Aso.
Ye said this way chocolate drink ya sorry no pa no ne yenom. Ye be chef fridge nom no snack. Ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne yenom. And this way no ti ano a he se kire wom koko wom prick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA anhwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime. Natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, my neighbor, when match they catch pet, you go here say they shout.
My husband no get one single romantic bone for him body, yet he always they hack the cushions and things. Oh, you go here be.
Kojo dear, he go fight you anytime you wake him up for school. But he comes Saturday morning. Hey, all you go here be.
It's mission time.
Wow, Olo, you too for live your stories with correct football, correct local drama, then magical kiddie entertainment with only 50 Ghana cedis a month. DSTV, it's your moment.
Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie. Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie. Oh, there's some papa. Cassia Bo, Kowaka Tamansa, Amaya Sa, Cassia Waye, Onye Yimu, the Cretrodo, Kamadin, Kamadin Bo, Nita Fair, my NTA, Cassia Waji 100.9. Kwesi Bonkwe.
At the rock of Yaman Homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM. Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie. Na mansanya son. At the rock of Yaman Homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie.
throw a challenge to the deans of the universities herein gathered to encourage the academia to which they belong to undertake proper examination and critique of judgment for publication in the review of Ghana law, rather than resorting to social media with ill thought through and improperly examined commentary on cases and other matters of national importance. Ghana cannot afford to gamble with its future by sacrificing the time-honored noble attribute to legal profession on the altar of technology. Reflecting on these unhealthy developments I've spoken about, my Lord Chief Justice, sometimes I really think the way to go is to permit more broadcasts of cases of immense national importance and not election petition alone. When this is done, what sometimes constitutes the poverty of legal reasoning behind certain cases dismissed by the Supreme Court, and respect of which the state emerges the victor, will be exposed for all to see.
Crisis, predates, Ukraine. The job crisis came before COVID. Therefore, we think that it is not right to blame COVID and Ukraine for every job crisis that we have in this country. That is not right. And we are not going to accept that. The Trade Union Congress, which is leading organized labor, is very cautious, and we always are biased towards dialogue. We hardly want to strike because strike is a very difficult thing to do. It's like war. So before we declare war on the employers, we have to make sure we have good reason. This time, we have the good reason to do it. Therefore, we caution that the employers must listen to us. And they should not just listen, they should also hear us, because the workers of this country are suffering too much, and we should not allow it to continue. Those who are in charge of this country must know that without workers, this country cannot progress. We have the National Tripartite Committee. The National Tripartite Committee has started the process towards determining the minimum wage for this year. For us, that is a do and die. We are going to make sure that minimum wage for workers for this year should not be below inflation. And this will be extended to public sector workers as well. So there is a battle ahead of us. And I can see organized labor is ready to fight. And we are going to do that.
Akwa baby omo. Yedin komo no ebrao. Yedin sam no ebrao. Ni esisi o my Ghana mu anope enefie yatna se. Need 100.9 Ghana muntie dwumadi esunie. Ya frami kwesi abo ajimina di dwumadi o chiame make say kwabena afo kame ho ekieje wa akode so kame ho. Omo beboa akinkan de bon krata no fiko no pe ma yehu nsem no seni esitie. Wadwin 0503721744. Hey, information ni esisi ene ade brewo. Enye gidigidi bia sa. Yanji de bon krata na no pe ensem no seni esitie ewo enim no yesi subiom e de amamo. Ekuako.
Jo. Nani a graphic de bon krata no nie wade oru akwadwo oponkro manfo nyina ba. Wayo soafo no na hwe de bo ensem so no sanso ofo ase ayere bi mrahye bedwani. Na wakasa hye Ghana fo nkra ne se munumusuo mfantwa wo pewate aba ye niema. COVID-19 yachi abansi sheshe nema nyina bedadin enti sika samba sa jane na so biem anche kura kwana nim kura eche kane no na Russia ne Ukraine fo ntokwai ena se Ghana ye kasa biada ya se nenam so ama hokyira ba enenam so ama hwiti bo ayedin ti esan bo ayedin enenam so ama fertilizer bo ayedin ti fertilizer bo ayedi Ghana ha ena ti Yusufo de ato abaye nim se abaya dan ada Russia fo ntokwa be bosumi mienu ko bosumi miensa so nie ne baye ye hwesi kasam ne adwuma mu sansam na hyase enya ne etija aka ne enya etija se o de hye Russia fo no na Putin kura watekura po ahwe be putuputu ama ne ruwa ho a eho ensam wode aba KNUST suapon penifo de betu dwa kire mu se adesuafo bi school fees o mo antua ebi do mo de akoto uba ebi do mo de etopa no ebi do mo de etwa chacha beti ena ebi do mo de ye business pa enti aba no sare de na si etimi mo ekomam we ena be ye 3550 ya ba be bo mo eho ensam omode aba se fie pin bieru ni aduonu mienu 2022 yi wono mo twa BC wie ye no mo ko school no computer na di o mo koye ni ese bribe bi apiem yerim se computer na giyo se nipa na giyo edi ese enhwemu ade afa ho a wadi obefu akwasi opoku amankwa director edima Ghana Education Service ni fonyine aba graphic de bokrata no ebomu amanie
na de bokrata me de to aso aya Ghanaian Times ya wade Dr. Yabanfoni aba betu an me say onu na ya secretary general edima TUC Ewrade ya adumu a meda edikan aya afofie da ye frɛ ne se mede kansa na mede no beduro no womu ye pre-mede forum womu ye die anim ansa na da kase no ankasa duro na sa dwumedie yase ɛna Dr. Yaban ya wade ne mfoni ya beto a wokura mike a West African West and space kame ekatra ban se ekaba ya ba dada enye jawuo yintira we di aban sodi bia ena COVID-19 Ukraine want to kwai ena di asamaba omo katra ban se eye eni abubuo no a wa ba no won sana atumayefo akatua wantum anya saade a ebeye edu or die eti se de papa bi kan no omuni aban ebe ti se do or die omuni no besi anipa na minimum wage a eye below inflation rate de omu kwaya na so omu bai World Bank ana wade penny power dano nimfani abatu anim se we yeburoni wo sesiuti no sei na white ya wabɔ ne taa yegusuo the friend wo David Mapas and wo katra Ghana ban se e ka mene no dodo wabɔ besia bɔ sisi abesia no so a wantumi ntua enti ya ka bu no kon wasra ban se ompa kwan pa obefa so na sa abosia bɔ bebrebe no wo betua ten se da bia no obɔ besia bisia so a wo ba wontumi ntua ayade bia ha tene pa World Bank for edi hu nkomo plus agfo atre se sa modi amundidi na ya de yantia anom ne yan fonfon anya de omu ba yada atre se omu allowance bi asasa ba de ma wonum omu tinwa basesine ne sa wonti omu atiatua aye nation one strike and omu nyina aye adikosi se omu allowance na ba betua mu omu ansa no mbekwa atuma omu akọ Ghana Health Service for anti second phase National COVID-19 vaccination campaign ya etemu wa ha.
Na the Chronicle the Bokrata no na mede eto aso na wo chema no ode ekota ma West. Mrahye adwani onimonyafo ahenkra kache. Wo chem sa branche bia ne din ene ya wontim. Na omo platform yenu bi omo kasa wo so abaako no. Eye 2024 Vibrant 2024 NPP. And speak your mind and also a MPP for WhatsApp for platform ye bia. No rent team wakasa wa not just what try to bro for me kase me kan twie mo odudi mami pa. Was he is a real fool, not a little fool. Not just a waka e dia mo owura henkra. And a banu san e dina kwakọ gina court e busa no say adenti no kan as so oni for. Any wodi ka akakro pa ma contract as so oni for. Na court so oni for de be sha ase ni atras e di asam ne ho nsem wode aba. Na krata fe to su edu ana wa Chronicle mu ana wo kire mu a na Labanese ni bie said the dollar why didn't our Ghana has said on it. When you be, now when you be a say ye fake, a Abyssinia, and your papa, and a Kotokarium Sajina be a yashani pet here. Say, Wajina court to them, my court to Ebizan says, I fake $1 no. Okonyano, you know what they're quite in one additional man on the bay day. Our my God, and who answers some ababe pishu. What the Oracle see and Nini Yabua, our Chief Justice or Timofo Penny, Nifonini Abba, and was say, Sir, a backwater, somewhere ye dear Noa. Ayana ya tushada. Na ama attention shayeno as said the econetino, et yatemwa fortnasia, yenny prequesa sempre kunam, yawene shoso, nemo biom baby adeno egina, it where the chronicle the Bocrats and the deba and Nefia day.
Na at the hella the Bocrat anymore, what the chairman Freddie Blay, Onuna, Waya National Chairman, ma MPP, Amanyo Koyam, no Kase, Wasaya bought chairman, at the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation. TMPC and what the Dr. KK Sapon, Onuna Kanenu, TMPC, Chief Executive Officer, and so, woman and quite one uncle, Opoku and Renia Dankwa, TMPC, one way Chief Executive Officer, the CA Yam and Okase, Sana the Bokrat and Watra, what the Abba. Now, what did I say? Well, we are KK Sapon, ya say, one conquatina woman now will be from me. And what I say, woman to me, man, and quasa aqua, and theatre so mujano quine. Now, quine done war per $1 million. Woman dear Jana Quam and Ako. There no, and a GMPC board and it treasure. Obia Baya to man will demand this as canwa, and Kiabet to me and your beer to $1 million. And I will bet now what they have in my. And Oma Bros quoted the two baby said, Debbie, demand no, I will demand the energy, as so do. What did Josabua here do? Why a cocoa board, the Chief Executive Officer and Fonny Abetua, and what I say, alame bro. As Pandit to be any sicanto Tiaba Sabasabia Contabua, who be sa cocoa board of war, woman to me, Mua Contano. I have 300 million Ghana cedis. Who could be sa Josabua here to say, Wadaurma. 300 million Ghana cedis here. A bet to me, I am near my baby. Sikanwaya. Now, Baba and some Dr. Okoboy, and yes, one quiet penny, pan quadra National Health Insurance Authority, and no, and at the Boca Tatas a tia. Eka, that National Health Insurance of Washington Yakaketua, and ya de pape, aqua now and say, Tawajo, one conquer to 2K. Sir, well, Bronia Sami Baye, minority, Mrasebe de Fie, and Mano, your from woman caucus. And the Boca Tatas are semi buyer, and Catasua Mumpana Tambo Mobo, etu one among. Then so woman caucus were parliament, and this if one no, Womaka woman atum.
The statesman the Bocrat Anamity etwas for now, the Mamma Shelley Ayokoboji. I also for Shaman and some small my Ghana Casa. Now a chairman no see Ghana and Zambia, betting your carbon mashe, ama Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement no. Mucha fa esun eko animu ye pa enti yenhwe ne fa yentuma emo ani wadi Orua Godfrey Dami efo nyiri aba wona ye attorney general ba lawyer panyini ena osan ye oso afo hwa atentene ne so ena osi na sei eya yensem na hono mu a ya hwe ne yanka ho asem a ade asem kase bebre yen eja de amefa na de kro no eba se ye di asem e wo court wie pe na lawyers fo de bia omo enfo aso ahyase aba beje social media so to ayampia church asemu achia no wasesa de no anye omunyai na egu atemu adwuma no animu ase a edi animu no susu etwitwi fom wadi Orua Bernard Okoboy fonyire aba sese de nyame adom National Health Insurance mechapom disi achiba no okwakoye kwankyerefo panyi no behwe so na amantoto ye ne niema akoyie wasa de ekoke NUST ewo statement the Bocrat animu a na nukes ani LSLC fo kyere mu a esukufo eso mundi fe am course no sese de ye ba bebo ma matimi asua de akwa animu a weni ensem bi na statement e de ebaye
the Bocrat your friend is Republic Press what His Excellency the former president Don Dramani Mahama Mfoni Abetua no say ya one ambassador for Frokra waba besi womu maya nemu wo Ghana ha aya hungry ambassador Neti Ade Thomas one ne tete nkomo wa no say ya obi book me de kyerɛ no na wɔyɛ mampanin na na deda nkɔ Akufo-Addo ho report ɛde ama no ɛna wɔka kyerɛ ne sɛ wɔwura ya bɛn ya de bia wɔbɔ abubuo sɛ COVID-19 ne Ukraine foɔ ntokwa ɛna ama ahokyerɛ be ɔboa ɔka ama mu ntie nsɛm a wɔka nyina ɔboa nya nokorɛ ɛyɛ katasesɛ ne prɔyɛ wɔno ankasa bɛ wiase John Dramani Mahama wɔnhu aban a katasesɛ ne prɔyɛ ne sikadi ayɛ no mate sɛ MPP aban ɛne mampanin na na deda nkɔ Akufo-Addo da wɔnhu bi da enti wɔyɛ complain de atrɛ ne sɛ nsuban a wɔtimi wɔ hanom no enti COVID-19 ne Ukraine to kwane de wɔka wɔyɛ daada akra wɔasan de Alani Kojo Tremante wɔyɛ Honorable Minister for Trade and Industry mfani aba abeto anim say ɛna wɔde His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Bawumia so mfani aba ɛna wɔtrɛ sɛ wɔn kɔyɛ survey ebisabisa Ghana for sɛ sɛ nipa mienu wei wɔn na wɔgyina hɔ no mu a mobɛtumi ato aba ama no Ghana for trɛ sɛ na adeɛ ne yɛ pɛ bi wɔ fie ne yɛnya bi ane yɛ kɔ abɔnten ala no wɔ hɔ a yɛ kɔ akɔfa Dr. Mohammed Bawumia akɔte deɛ court wɔ issue bent warrant o ɛyɛ nipa miɛnsa na sika yɛ to ato wɔn so no wɔn nso sɛ wɔn mu mmra sɛ wɔabroni asa akɔpie mu wɔ parliament a wɔde aba Democrat yɛ nim ha sɛ
The Ghanaian Observer Democrat aramede eto aso a na odi oru akendofori ata omaisa na hinifo nyire aba eno osibe fi jamienu 2 years nie no sadia Ghana sikasem records no esi epeja kwostro no ekyese ni da so won papa pantie nya regime oru Albert Kandapa eyo soafo na hwe omaye bambo enhyehyeye so eno osi se ye de asem kokoto na ye tucheda na delay pe na amasa ne agidie ni areshima ye wo watebuo mu no na enhyeda enkoye ebasa so a na ayepemu eye bias ni ebi ekoso a eha adwene papa nti wo se ye koto awodo no se de asemba pe ye momodi se ebedi ne hyew se ebedi ne tentem so na ye di yi atoyie na asomdwe no aye adwuma ne enya se de bia de prepeto so saa no odi osoafo na hwe ma ye skua yosomfo nyine aba wo chema no osi Ghana fo bi atwe okrata de akoma ba no se fertilizer ya asase ye no ho aye den enti aban pe bi mranya sade ekombekum Ghana fo wei the Ghanaian Observer
na Democrat amede to aso sisi yi the Democrat ya friend say teleguide na teleguide ye nim ha en wotre say entertain ya ente bia mampeni kopa ho ntoma fefefe watamale kona ko se adetonfo akwati wonu mu aboso wo mu eton bayire wo mu eton nkoko
Mami Charles na mi koma no sumbra na ye ni ura Abraham Amaliba enkodi nkomo anope nsem no bakwa ye ba bedi ho ye nkomo na before me di ye openi Abraham Amaliba betum no ma yentie sa anyway ye ura Godfrey Dami Minister for Attorney General and Chief Justice in Sambia Minister of Justice in Sambia or the two yentie na yemra yenkoma no so
I throw a challenge to the deans of the universities herein gathered to encourage the academia to which they belong to undertake proper examination and critique of judgment for publication in the review of Ghana law, rather than resorting to social media with ill thought through and improperly examined commentary on cases and other matters of national importance. Ghana cannot afford to gamble with its future by sacrificing the time-honored noble attribute to legal profession on the altar of technology. Reflecting on these unhealthy developments I've spoken about, my Lord Chief Justice, sometimes I really think the way to go is to permit more broadcasts of cases of immense national importance and not election petition alone. When this is done, what sometimes constitutes the poverty of legal reasoning behind certain cases dismissed by the Supreme Court, and respect of which the state emerges the victor, will be exposed for all to see.
Minister for Justice and Attorney General Magana Ura Godfrey Dami in some of the 2J. Yekwamano so Ura Abraham Amaliba, Director of Legal Affairs, my NDC Amanyuko and Sansi Emrenimni. Ura Amaliba that's more covered by NIT FM so. Boko now so asema Ura Godfrey Dami the 2J. And no ena wokasa Attorney General oya ye obia oya ye danger. Ema ye justice delivery system no Ninsem or the two dra say me and social media so emranim for na ya na momwa to contribute to maybe find there emrano not just say be a call to be asem a na makotra social media so na ndie mode nsem no mode fa na mode pia hanum say I don't know wo se woni ne nya adwen no
the president bibi emphasize say continue social media so na yakasa the parliament bibi na emphasize say continue social media so yakasa. Now you are beginning to see why I say the Attorney General is a danger for our justice delivery system. Into a corporate judiciary, why would he say those things? Justice, emanates from the people. Justice, and your judges, go to Article 125. Justice emanates from the people of this country. And the idea is to me, a shared judges, so you mean the people can no longer contribute to rulings and make comments about rulings? And then okay.
But say enya people nyesa man for no munim di wesuamra no nimra no enti
menya people me crime
dabi o yemrenim ni a chese wunim in that context say bia wo
within the justice delivery system the lawyers are supposed to speak up and critique and yet law review kwana lawyers ebe kwa for count when they are unhappy with ruling. Then Akufado sat on TV3 when he was then Akufado Attorney General, and I was describing Supreme Court ruling as perverse. Was that in a judicial? Was that in a law review? Why is the Attorney General interfering, gagging people, stopping people from expressing their frustrations when things go wrong within the judiciary? Again.
Why? Uhuni say ni oye no say wokan obi mukasa bo ahye manim o gage musana obese o che.
Yeah, that's an attempt to gag it. Say obi a lawyer if the lawyer be a wo ne numerous enya the judiciary know how to deal with that person. May his soul rest in peace. Sir John is a lawyer. Only a Supreme Court here when he crossed the line. So he should stop. Attorney General, he should stop. The judiciary is in control and they can deal with those matters. As an Attorney General, he should focus on his work. An Attorney General and leave the judiciary. So yes, sir, it goes to who the perception there. One any judiciary no, no back. And it is wrong for him to be giving that perception out there. He should focus on his work and leave the judiciary. They are capable. That judiciary is capable of dealing with wayward lawyers. And I'll give you an example of one.
Enti say futuo ya wode me ora go fedame ninsem a wokan say yanhwe ya we nso betimi di basawasa because court ebu asem yemu bebre timemfo no yanim mra na yentim mra na se yen na na yenim mo na motim mra na se enti mo a motim mra na se no bi ansem ne bi by way of politics enti na se motutu nsem ne bi gumu a mo susu se betimi di basawasa e di aba omanum.
And Obia, look, this is my submission. I'm happy you have brought it. Mankase. Lawyers should deliberately twist the interpretation of the law. Mankasa. They say, Attorney General, stay away from that. Don't gag people. The mistake. The judiciary know how to deal with those people. You should stop behaving that. But also what say? The Supreme Court should sit in chambers and throw away frivolous cases. Why? Is he now going to be directing what the judiciary should be doing? Look, the Attorney General Ghana how before Godfrey Damibaye, is that the way they were behaving? Check his behavior with even Gloria Kufu. Attorney General must be somebody no more joke, level-headed. one preference. Because 2 minutes Okurano. In fact, 2 minutes Okurano.
And but no, Yachro way fan, say Sana Tony General BIB in Biasana, so Yachro way.
Catch was there. 2 minutes Okurano as Attorney General. You must be somebody who joke because 2 minutes Okurano is so powerful such that you can use it in ways that you can simply order people to prosecute another person. You can order the prosecution of your mother. And I'm saying, so you need a balanced attorney general near 1 year. Obia the bufu perhaps. Confidently does not cut it out. Not in that category.
Just any bufu in 10 times, Anna search.
Apart from that, so we're very vindictive. Apart from that, so we're what Cassati said. A Jumana Edimano and the Ghana Juma, empathy.
Unia Butre or vindictive, dear in Soben Abit Diamana, a chief for them, quite say Bia Cansamatono. So, dear any day, no, I have because Bia, Sadi way, Goffredamiano, that makes him vindictive person in your account.
The Attorney General, opposition member of parliament, a casa against e-levy. Now, and Chebia, you take that person to court because also at the time he was deputy finance minister and Yama Empata. The question to ask is that some Ben now who say at the corner where and not Empata. Which you said because it's against 11 now you are now sending him to court. Using your opposition to persecute the opposition. There are a lot of examples for me to give you.
I suggesting say Obiaye Boni.
Manchester, I'm saying sir, he has been in power for 5 years. That mistake was done 5 years ago. And by saying now it is in the 5th year. When the man is speaking against e-levy, that was examining sorry. Come on. He woke up from his sleep. That's what I want to say.
But sir, you need to take time to Ubeshek case. You don't just get up and tell me that's your brand no amount cross say okay. Yes, Amali buy you say to so they are union shame now they are no court.
What if I'm for court no? I didn't want for 5 years to investigate Ampo. I don't want for 5 years to investigate Ampo.
But this issue about say frivolous cases in court, Supreme Court no, on dismiss you on chambers cry sana ebi ababi pie I mean the main court ni ne ka ho no. Say na dwinkyere say case load on Supreme Court no adoso cases na adoso. Enti ono no esusu say cases ni bi ho no mo a. En say fini e ba betra se kra animanim ya na bia na in the chamber of judge ne kra no asebwe ebi ehu ni abo egu ni ne ka ho. Sana no opa kire me bo a.
Who determines frivolous case? Is the Attorney General. One on the case now, what they call for review, no, against opponent. So because it's a frivolous case, so why should those cases be determined in chamber? The procurator now, what the case no call, no. When you say there's merit in it, the Supreme Court has not complained. I'm not meaning your mojuma. Manchester Supreme Court has complained. Workload a dose muscle and into how much me
so who is that? You don't think say be a Supreme Court cases in the one more I mean a dose dodo ain't see if I can be business eti. That's not the issue. That's not the issue, Amaliba.
Workload is also when the workload endorse. Oh Ghana. Catch that. That can say Nipakura is me one or Juma or that. The workload is also. Tell me.
But yeah, the papa. You know it makes justice delivery no so delay, me boy.
So has the Supreme Court complained that they can't do their work? And I am appointing more judges. Appointing more judges. If Ghana so broke that we can't appoint more judges.
As someone complaining now with one and Jeno Monka.
What's it?
I'm complaining as we want more fast as you see a number. I bet me a boy more fan to ja.
May say it doesn't lie in the map of the Attorney General to categorize the cases as frivolous.
Okay.
Again. The case now, what they call it, Nanka, Kase a frivolous, or be J2. One file case for any frivolous.
Back what kind and it's cases be on Wayana Ghana for you need the cheaper, so more or less become national importance. Ebaya, and yeah, election petition per NABA Supreme Court. One bema quina central for your dear camera and your microphone will be see on say. Na yetimi a telecast and ya broadcasting a man for me eti anoma shebi cases bi wa ababa national importance ye ni DHA ebeya ye makwan Supreme Court makwan na sa cases ni nyina no yentimi telecast sa ye nsusu ode ba no senate ma
the Attorney General Obiani is not one of my favorite Attorney General. Obiani, me, I don't like him as an Attorney General.
Umpenasem
There is Umpenasem as an Attorney General. I know I've said it.
Aden why then
Man can't even say and ask them as a human being. You see, as an Attorney General, I don't like why. I don't like Akufo-Addo as a president. What's your problem?
I don't have a problem. Question I mean Maliba.
So let me continue. But in this particular instance, no, are you surprised?
I'm not.
Particular one, no.
I'm not.
Because my South Africa, justice delivery, my cheaper. Most of the cases, they telecast it live. And even who judges, no, they are faces. And so I think, sir, by so doing, you bring the justice or the adjudication process, no, into the bare rooms of people. And they begin to appreciate and understand the legal processes. And I think, sir, I don't know, and this is the first time I'm agreeing with that, Attorney General.
Na mi musa o ka say on pena asem asana Attorney General. This is nejuma
I don't like. Only say me no ka say ayawa so West World. Huh? The compensation package na national security edibema omo a ya bu omo tu ya bubu omo e wo hono. Akoko di Attorney General. We have followed Attorney General. Ya ko me lawyer back at the Wudu. We've been following them. We have left our numbers. We have written appointments. Sir, you want to see Attorney General, and he's not minding it.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's not minding us? What person you say?
We say he's not minding us. I think call it. We are looking for him. We have gone there several times. Yeah, we have left the president, Oko Ministry. The man will draw that small paper appointment. They are giant numbers. So you want me to be interested in somebody who works like this? Compensation package. A short commission. I can't say they should give it to those who are injured. As we speak, that compensation package is before the Attorney General. He's not doing anything about it. Yeah, I don't know human beings. I don't know Ghanaians.
Have you reached out to him personally? Wow, because our friend.
How do I reach out to him? Should I go to his house? How do I reach out to him? Make us an own thing. How else do I reach out to him?
Ni phone number. So bet me phone number no friend.
I need a phone number. I don't have God damn phone number. I call the office.
So I should look for it and send it to you.
The people have been calling or more. Yeah, for recommendation that they should be compensated. No, they have been calling me, and very soon we'll hold a press conference on this man.
Obey press conference on Godfrey Dami.
Yes.
And for
on the refusal to pay the compensation packages for the Ayawasu West Wagon victims. And the frustration we are going through.
And for the press conference.
And then, they can't hold a press conference.
Me pese me hu nti na me busa but nti me pe ora go feda me number no fa na me fan say no.
Me here the number. Oh, they make call you.
Oh. Say if be a moment obetimi afro no ankasa na me se metimi apɛ number na ma.
You must stop professor enemy.
Ramalba okay we dey me pɛ number now dey na me dey send no. Why? Na me hu say CCC ade bibia akosoro na ayi lawyer for so mu share bem say GBA Ghana Bar Association e di new legal fees so aba betu dwa che say bibia akosoro ntimu so mu increase mu fees wo.
And then you know sir, as lawyers, you know, we live in a society, and if the economy is not performing well, there's a need. But yeah, legal fees. The last time we reviewed was somewhere in 2012, and I said, "Visa, I see a check."
Hey,
a check.
I see. And my idea.
2012, 13, or 15, one of them.
My idea.
I see. I think it's long overdue.
I breu na musu mudi eba be kan hu.
Oh, now, sir, yeah, Bremswa, you should be talking about the government performance. It's not about it.
Maliba, that's the other thing. I mean, sharp. Abraham Maliba, Director of Legal Affairs for the NDC, or Emrenimni, and pay NEAT FM. Yanope Jumedi, Ghana Munti, Suno Asiogo, Wajin share 05037211744. 05037211744. Feel free, send us your thoughts, and come on, ye, D, and Sam, I hold door. Na wo di adwenche no di aba
ego kwekunu no ya o wia no ho boko abie puno no sa no ya o de gotututu NEAT FM
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro Kofi man homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo NEAT 100.9 FM
Ghana muntie all the sampa Kasia bo Kowaka Tawansa Amaya se Kasia waye Onye yimu Nukretrodo Kamadine Kamadine bo Nita fe Mumayentie Kasia waji 100.9 Kwesi Monkwe.
I throw a challenge to the deans of the universities herein gathered to encourage the academia to which they belong to undertake proper examination and critique of judgment for publication in the review of Ghana law, rather than resorting to social media with ill thought through and improperly examined commentary on cases and other matters of national importance. Ghana cannot afford to gamble with its future by sacrificing the time-honored noble attribute to legal profession on the altar of technology. Reflecting on these unhealthy developments I've spoken about, my Lord Chief Justice, sometimes I really think the way to go is to permit more broadcasts of cases of immense national importance and not election petition alone. When this is done, what sometimes constitutes the poverty of legal reasoning behind certain cases dismissed by the Supreme Court, and respect of which the state emerges, the victor will be exposed for all to see.
Ragofred Dami and out is what we sabro for honum see sano. Sasemi or the 2J and home common be and I pay ye call manusua ye ni ura Abraham Amaliba ekodi se enye de bia technology nti na se ebua asem okota ense se bia ye betena si na se bia nipa ana manfo a omonim de my learned friend on betena si no mato adwin na omo amagye omho ekinye no ma ye kwan be fa so ebetimi ama mra no etimi edimu akonanim no we obehu na bia nipa no ti social media so na woto ayampia no kan nsem no tu futuru gu amanfo eni so ni sa asumdwe ya Ghana ewe se ya na ye be ne dia ya hwe ya ye didimu sa na no nso edi bibi bone bi edi aba eno kura nti wodi samsusue wodi ma Lord Chief Justice ebe ya cases ni bi wo hono sin enya election petition no pe ene e beka so okay we dia ye ma manfo ahwe ye ma manfo etie bi ebi wo hono mu a esi etimi ye nyina ye bomodin se cases ni bi wa Ghana fo ni die chie no ombe yi na ye nyina ya hwe bi eno e de ntiase beba
ensem ko twiko bata esum se dontwe no dumaja esum Ghana muntie dwumadie so ɛyɛ neat.
Yanko asɛm foforɔ so na asɛm baako ɛno nso aba bɛtɔ dwa no pɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ mu ntiaseɛ ne ɛmu nkyerɛkyerɛmu yie ne sɛ yɛse krataa bi akɔ ama ɛyɛ parliament na ne nyinaa yɛ awuraba bi a yɛfrɛ no Evelyn Edu dodoɔ no anim a wɔmfrɛ no sɛ wabroni na nsɛn ne mu ne nsɛm bi a ɔde ba bɛtɔ dwa aba bɛyɛ nkɔmmɔdie na ɛno na yɛse Ghanafoɔ bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa ɛse saa asɛm wɔ a ɔmate deɛ wɔn ntumi nyɛ hwehwan na wɔn nkasa daabi asɛm no ɛntwetwere hɔ saa enti wɔn de krataa ɛsi wɔn de kɔ akɔma parliament wɔn de kɔ dado sɛ parliament nhwɛ saa asɛm yɛ ɔntu ne nan ntie mu Elekem Kotoko ɛyɛ member of the NDC na mpanyinfoɔ a yɛsi wɔn de krataa kɔ yi ɛka ho Elekem yɛda asɛm akɔ ababa ni TFM so
kwesi mitia TFM so
so sɛnea na mekyerɛ mu ama atiefoɔ no wobɛtumi asisi ama yɛ sɛ ɛyɛ no korɛ sɛ yes wo campaignfoɔ mmiɛnsa a mode krataa akɔ dan parliament yi saa ne kyɛ
mebɔkyɛ yɛ nokorɛ toro do ɛm sɛ obi bɛbisa sɛ deɛ nti na ɛma yɛkyerɛ saa krataa no wobɛkae a kwasi nyantakyi ɛba abɔnten bɛka manya video bi baeɛ sɛ amanpanyin din apie wɔ mu ntɛmtɛm na ɔmanpanyin ma police for ɛkɔkye no ɛma ne kyerɛ ne statement na yɛ start investigating no yɛnti ase sɛ wabroni deɛ ɛba yi ɔmanpanyin ntumi nkasa Ghana Armed Forces yɛn nka ɔmo biara nkasa na ɛnyɛ nnɛ na start 2021 ɛna abayewa start ka
sɛ wabroni ɔno ntia menya nso ɔwɔ Canada o oni Ghana
na sɛ ɔwɔ Canada koraa na sɛ ɛnyɛ nokorɛ sɛ wafo airplane ne da ɛnyɛ nokorɛ sɛ ɔne ɔmanpanyin atwempena da anka sɛ ba ho ɔmanpanyin ma yɛti ase sɛ nokorɛ baako mpo
sorry but na because woka yi owura kwesi nyantakyi deɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ ya no ɔmanpanyin anim anim yɛ ɔm aha nti na meka sɛ ɔno deɛ sɛ ɔwɔ Canada nti yɛ a yɛnya no no
okay
yeah
nti sɛ ɔmanpanyin ni abayewa bi akɔtwempena no ɛno deɛ yɛnhyɛ da ɛmfa ho na nsonson ho anasɛ deɛ ɛyɛ a major threat to national security any national security installation any abuse of power egu akonya ho fi ɛno sɛm na yɛyɛ ka abayewa we see ɔsan wɔ pictures any videos it be a very dangerous or a babontin a big go ɔmanpanyin ho fi na ɔse ɛnam ɛno nti yasoma national security operatives tɔmɔ bɛ attacking no ɛwɔ dɔwɔ nya kwan no so nti abuse of power na secondly no so no utie ni interview na ɔka sɛ ɔkɔfo plane no kora no now I late 45 minutes ɛna yɛ ma no dispatch sɛ we muma me kwan ɛsɛ emergency obi na ɛkɔ baby not knowing sɛ na sɛ wabro ne na ɛti ka mu akyi a yɛde ne kɔ akɔfo plane a ɔne ɔmanpanyin etu kwan akɔ Kumasi ɔduru hɔ no so no ɔsɛ yamma security clearance bia ɛyɛ very dangerous and bia yɛmfa no sɛ adeɛ sɛ wabroni ne akaadaefoɔ yi na ɔmo a yɛka nana bia ɔmo si ɔnkɔ no na kyerɛ sɛ ɔtumi wafo plane yi te sɛnea yɛfo trɔtrɔ afi kanehyi ade kɔ maamo bi na sɛ adeɛ a bomb bi na ɛwɔ ne bag mi kora po a na kyerɛ sɛ ɔbɛtumi adetonate saa bomb no ma na blast yɛ presidential jet no national security threat and national security installation. And it's to me, I had shown my opinion, same as I said, no, be using abusing, as I the intimidating of one, as I attacking of one. And so, and Christa, who are Koyana Hoffing. Now, my opinion should be a mere Mahu Kwansa take this civil case and as a criminal case against him. The bet me and say activity Article 69 of 1992 Constitution. And now, and also, and I the activity say. Among static impeachment process no minority so can say almost steady evidence and that's information or more. It's really we grab ebe ka ho ma mo and ama omo investigating more and that's almost steady more and they take a decision on the commencement of an impeachment process.
Wo gidi say impeachment between aye juma Ghana ha
yeah famra kwan so emra say ye no ye the omutimi amana mbaso so a emse Ghana fo nyina ehwe Canada aban so interest was same way mu because Sawabroni or Ghana ni sign Canada ni in the human rights issues ekrapo Amnesty International, Human Rights International, any other human rights institutions, any even the world at large, omuhwe said the you know, yeah, stress Sawabroni interview, ye hu de oka ye say den na omanga na so ebe ye fa ho
krata no modi akoma parliament because me say
no na ye di koma parliament ya acknowledge receipt of that crap.
Okay, so to speaker meboa
before choai.
Okay, and munya MYSS ninsaka
before choai. Ye di koma ye di koy no say who is let's krata ko ha acknowledge say ya receive krata no ya acknowledge ya logging in our logbook mu krapo say ya be present this letter no
ebia ya yen said antiniam ase ni anamo amotui entiwe no mo hwe nim se dean mo beti bibie fi speaker honom say na processes in best start time ben sa na mo hwe nim ebia mo mbre sen ana we no speaker na be di senate here
ya mom de yentumi force omo say chinchina na anato china omo ma yenti omo ka but ye very sure say once ye the petition na come speaker obe act na at the right time no ye sure say ye better speaker nka
Oka bibi and etefo nim omo be yedi hu enkomo na wotwi mu dom kuma minority krata omo atro womo so chese omo ye interested in nia ekoso abaye sa se wa broni interview on Kevin Taylor here no omo demand and they've called for the full interview tape no omo pese omo steady near ka ho so because mo prem hododo na nka mo ntwen na nia minority fon be no na nka bia ye hu ne de be fa den muai na de be woni pa ko no
there be way say yes na mdodo answer kwan elunti na yesu ye nsa me ma wati ase say minority kwa ka say almost 30 omo video no na video no nkwa anya video no nkwa na ye ka wasa pictures wo ho nti yesu ye petition no ye the evidence efa the account ama omo be hwe ama na inform the person mo ye.
Okay, all right. Yan hwese nia ebeko obi nso ka se we NDC for no magye ade we agina mu pampe na we no nya asem bia because ebi nso adwenkyere nse we nyina eka se we enye adaje ne ese eno no
se mi NDC ni se mi PPP ni se mi ni mi yo manga ni mi ye Ghana ni asana mi ye NDC na se MPP. The one Brunia interview no so can tell the fear for MPP for. Kevin Taylor ya all year interview so MPP ni. Nti on be kan say.
Engineer because e bia NDC ni.
David. And nothing I me mouth as say man pay akọ trip now and no grab on shed and fire ho. Na your national security our expose it to some major threat no and no any hadging. Because there's a wabro we any Al-Qaeda for being a Koya Canana. Thank of plane here, our phone to say, try a phone from Kaneshi, come and be. Now, bomb a big crown, I want you back, Mutua. Thank our blasting a plane.
But I mean, if I saw a bad idea where we say, no cresse or Mampeni, Corny in Pichina. Some of us on a common NDC, and no dear, even though, yes, because of your NDC.
Yes, submitted petition or yes, submitted petition as NDC members. The who King Calcutta, I say we the undersigned Ghanaian citizens. And then you say a benefit to NDC and I say, my penny what we said in prayer, Yamin Pegu say a dear bomb na plastic plane now of option in a more plane. I mean, yes, so because the NDC phone I say a bay NDC there, and you'll be there. Your mom paying that our professor, the late professor was weird, and before soon. And before soon, Ghana phone is soon.
Okay, all right. Young Senior Beko, Ubeka early days yet, sir. A fina can speaker and sa. Young say near Macan speaker, Ebema ye Juma. May I sure say Chino, Bibiona, a chia Jebesan baby American, near baby sir. Nasenio, that's it. Elecam Kotoko, Ghana for me and son. One more day, Krata, the Aquacoma, a speaker of parliament, yes, Wabru, Ninia Kosono, speaker, and share. Na nya parliament meeting ya fa hono wo monye anope oya semo
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro Kofi Aman homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo neat 100.9 FM.
7:22 is the time. Yanko and Yanto so there one cratano and common be anopay.
Na Democrata na manugu swaya teliga Democrata no. One day a godfred yabu adame. The funny abetuan me say. Ono na ya attorney general. What a Supreme Court a kwai mufaswa womudi asam. Enu womunsi se no. Asasu womusakra mukakra. Dr. Eben Tambas. Ono ya chairman ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme Task Force. And what I say? Anya Ghana nkwa ana COVID-19 no asemo ayeka no enya ntuntaso wa yeso abibiman nyina ntidi abane ka no aya ne fa bi montina ase kakra ayi enkofo ntukwa ye omo started to be 2 months ago yi nya effect power Africa countries no so ebi ti say Nigeria West Africa nyia de North Africa enyu omu nkwa wiase fa na nyina wo bia won totode awu enti yanti aban na se kakra na COVID-19 no ebe ha tene pa na Russia na Ukraine fo ntokoi eno so ebe ha tene pa no na nam so a ama niamemu ayade kakra at long last ejebe
na pacho asemi a wo boss ti isu asemi am okay
here in gathered
nya then ade ye ma dey sai na botre mpese me bo ayi me pese mbo ti isu papa na asemi na Dr. Yaba asemi kind TV
2021 when we were negotiating public sector pay for 2021 and 2022 inflation was just 9%. As we speak, inflation is now 19.4%. So you can feel it in your own pocket. Every worker in this country is feeling it. And you know the sad aspect of it. The 19.4% is the average. If you go into the details, you will see that even prices of water generally has gone up by 27%. The oils that we use to cook food, the prices have gone up by 25%. This is not normal. This is a crisis. And therefore, workers should not be left out to suffer alone. We have to do everything we can to make sure, as trade unions, to make sure our members get some relief through the work we do as unions. And that is what we are going to do this year. The theme for the celebration is jobs and incomes. And you know, the job crisis did not start with Ukraine. You are a young man. I'm sure that many of your mates have not got jobs since they left school. So the job crisis, predates, Ukraine. The job crisis came before COVID. Therefore, we think that it is not right to blame COVID and Ukraine for every job crisis that we have in this country. That is not right. And we are not going to accept that. I have not led any strike since I became Secretary General. The Trade Union Congress, which is leading organized labor, is very cautious, and we always are biased towards dialogue. We hardly want to strike because strike is a very difficult thing to do. It's like war. So before we declare war on the employers, we have to make sure we have good reason. This time, we have the good reason to do it. Therefore, we caution that the employers must listen to us. And they should not just listen, they should also hear us, because the workers of this country are suffering too much, and we should not allow it to continue. Those who are in charge of this country must know that without workers, this country cannot progress. Therefore, this is the time for them to know that whatever they can do to support us, they should do it. If we negotiate 4% and 7%, and inflation is now 19.4%, we should not even tell them. They should come out to tell us that we know how you are suffering, and therefore we want you to help us. So this is the message we want our employers to know. And this is not only government. We are also talking about private sector employers. You know, those people in the media, you know how you are suffering. And therefore, let me tell you, employers who produce and sell, they always adjust their prices. So these effects are not as terrible as the effects on those people who have fixed incomes. If your income is determined in January and the inflation goes to 19.4, until next January, you will not get any increase. And we think that is not fair. That should change now. You will change it. Not all workers of... Yeah, you are right. A few people are... That's the point. So when you are discussing incomes, it is not only the low salaries that workers are earning, but also the fact that some people are earning much higher, even though they are doing the same work. But that is not right. If your employer is the government, everybody must enjoy. If there is enjoyment, everybody should suffer if there is suffering. But we don't have that situation now. You have a few, very, very few people who are enjoying. The rest of us are suffering. And that should change. We have the National Tripartite Committee. The National Tripartite Committee has started the process towards determining the minimum wage for this year. For us, that is a do and die. We are going to make sure that minimum wage for workers for this year should not be below inflation. And this will be extended to public sector workers as well. So there's a battle ahead of us. And I can see organized labor is ready to fight.
Right, Corona ordering 70 dia to Jano. Just we Mama Kai Dr. Baumia as no kind, you know. Truck drivers are suffering. Teachers are suffering. Market women
are suffering.
Ubiara.
Yes. Ubiara suffer.
Yes. Was it you media people to you are suffering?
Baby, I'm in any yard and say, Yakatia na yadiano, a free last year day ban. And they said, yeah, I sit in my Siciano. Of a Quasiat said, yeah, ya 2 akatia so 40%. Won't to me and MET demands no. And to know a private sectors. Ya desredia, Moon, ya moboka crana, Montutum cacrama.
So they are 2 dear, Mamma couldn't come about you. Yeah, Ura, Yadon Boatian Ponsa, a labor consultant, you need to walk a Eja da simu akwa baba ni TFM so anope. So we a pre-made day and commodie na say organized labor for Uraya ba wa finish den sem no bi di atodwa. Se empo tripartite committee wo mu enhiemu a wo ma sha ase enkonyashi a wo mu sie no. Nia wo mu kire aban ne se sisi ade. Obi abre adwumafo bre obi abre enti aya minimum wage afie womo komu no enya ade a ni omo beje no ombema ebeye below inflation ensemo a womo kan ni nsem ni biom de atodwa wetie kakai mimusa senator
sorry that's Michelle chief when
Therefore Joseph
this FM it's the my last because this is my emergency and then cut off.
Edasi.
I don't know, but I'm the who's the union, a Jumano, and political. And walk in own political flip.
Okay.
And your parties are but very political. And the over I'm saying, and check ya, you become maybe. Maybe no, once so no, there na no. Na ya ba no, ono ne, you for penny. Na so be kaya, the last 2 years, koye negotiation no, and 4 and 7. Okay, 4% is 7% for workers. My workers no what you surprise. In him so okay there. I'm say minimum grade you for Mokaka.
Yeah.
There a lot of pressure ever to you. Nah. This is the name of Swahili. And I'm say this Vonanka. You won't pay the same. And we are buying some peso mukata, especially buying a human for
It is, as on so, or you be funny budget, the members will say, Papa no, I because next 2 weeks, Mayday, and some of about already, person boss will say, yeah, no good too. It is with the expression or the crime. There be over for a junior fan of one. I said, I know a brass kaka. Now, sell with me, namely, between nearby in Cobago. Now, like I said, inflation 20%. You meant to affect you in 20%. Yeah, a bad thing. No one is any. And so, no, tell me, a political. Yes, I was you members to Aqua. Into an attempt to get the members on the back of PUC. Because several last time I saw the it could be original. Then some of them open new negotiation. So 4% is 7%. If you're not, the name is a Alma PUC for no. Is it your any a Mujasembi? The only can get on one himself, and as soon as I say negotiation, now this is the only the next that part I don't get the same. Normally, no so no asking him. Yeah, negotiations that Punani ake nka yenye. Ya starting some the whole music and you obey SR statement. Yeah. And I said, so, but for him, come out, make this statement at time, no. I see something really come.
Na so minim say CCR no. Yeah, minimum wage age na 13 Ghana cedis, I think 53 pesos. And March inflation nearby. Say anyama bo bebi akwakode bi anestro prices no inflation no enso 19.4% as published by the Statistical Service. Yeah. Enti niamu kan na se me de toto ho a na je se omo pese omo kire se enya ade a wo manje kura nya ni 20 Ghana cedis sa na wonti ase because sa na mpacho sa na omo pese omo kire no
enya 20 Ghana cedis. About 20% adjustment.
20% adjustment.
But normally, one would say the whole inflation, salary adjustment. Yeah, but also back on the end. So, the year end, any in the ever last year, and the year in a good situation. In the last year, you could see it. So,
but you know, last year, the percentage ben here, no.
Last year, October, salary adjustment. Some years, 2 years.
7%. Yeah. And now, from Nyomudi Ababa to Raya Bandia to Jana, just say 20%. And you are saying, said 20%.
Or no kind of example, but with the inflation, and I would say adjust salary. Last year, as after December 2021, now inflation. If you are 7 something, generally, going to be 20% a year, March, fine, but you're watching better.
Yeah.
It's you honor better than yet. Now, I buy food. A pirate sponsor, the performance that then I'm here, me the push the map. I got you to that. That's the end because last year, a day, as the last year, yeah, 5 year end, you crab at the end of the year, you win anything. So, if you have Yeah, but it was about 11 point something. The end of it, we put me to 20%.
I see. So, Mimusao, Ejumaya wuye, and baby out in fact, uni musin yemo. Mimisa, say, Womanya pa, any dear ben percentage. If you say, a ban employers are more pa, and you be a bear 10%, 8%, 7, same pa now, who should be omitimina.
Oh, the one of much you can get something more than 10%. I didn't think I make any sense. Almost 20, 21, 7%. Now, between 2020 and 2022, and then a COVID in Emma, never go. It is here, the whole shepherd here. And then as I find it too much, or more realistic instrument. It's certainly be more than 10. But 10 years.
Okay. So, you feel in the percentage, you know, Kakraniambra. Inti 13, CCR 13 Ghana cities, 53 pesos. Inti yenya, you for yenya, no, if you say be a baba said, yeah, 20 Ghana cities.
20.
Oh,
20 Ghana.
Hey.
Because because
yeah, 13 Ghana cities, 53 pesos.
13.5.
Yeah, 13.5.
The about to say, I buy you for more 13%. One it's about even 13%.
Daniel Kennedy, I'm crashing you to say, Aqua M Rubber 15 Ghana cities. Oh, hey,
I hear possible because one would say, I buy workers, no. This is talking about almost 650,000.
Yeah.
That's 650,000, no. Almost salary it's almost about 12-13% of GDP. And also a factor I'm consider. So the buy workers salary here about 20% of GDP. That's about what you mean? Now, I drink the world, and you might sleep and supermarket. Yeah, because it's a wood, piano, wood, and so you are talking about sustainable income. Now, we sustainable income. I'll be 2 months and now 3 months there. Then yes,
Jesse Utia, Uma Akotia, wow, fish obey me tria. Okay.
If you want to me, we must be
now, say I can private sector forms so you can be me boy.
Minimum wage, yes, private sector. But the whole cost of the spike, yeah, and your monka. Minimum wage, the car, on and say, a guide into private sector, you know, to mean you are at the a work, a form, a same minimum wage. And until a committee of the yesterday, a national apartheid committee, a national unit.
Well, before Major Muno, Yado Michelle Boy, a crowd had him say, Sanse, assemble a consul her labor for a farm home. I buy a cratchy for age my phone from clock sag. What much I say, one more will be on friend in neutrality allowance. Now, sa neutrality allowance, no. I'm say, I came a buy no person to be in your county or more tear. say ne crash then won sure mo cost strike ni ka ho san komo no betumi aboa kakra minim neutrality allowance ni edi kan den pa
Brother, hey, let's say that then no mama can catch it. Public sector are cluster for camp. In the year 2005, 2006, a job evaluation.
Okay.
Job evaluation. I said, "Who was you might have we?" Yeah, president show us that here. That is no analysis. Yeah, well, it's a baby. Na you know stuff on the pizza them could ma public sector they who use 13 point within your comedy 13 factor in it. The 13 factors now but for public sector is how to keep confidentiality, how to maintain confidentiality. Well, I want to say, when I would eat your couple of swans, can no. That job is a business sector. And one resource near the grading structure. I develop the spine here. It's the it's in your channel there. Don't wait you now be neutral. Now be keep confidentiality near the thing. Yeah, a determined guy.
And team fans to say bia yenim se sisia amanyosem ewurawura bebia enti wo ye aban dwumani no akwese wo de ugina mfimfi nyaade a wo de oniama a de be na so okay wo de ya amanyosem tie no no ye tua ho ye ma wo sika wo ho
ya we wa dwuma no ama abeka wakatua ho de da it is all allowance you mo gain the ufe that you categorize public sector workers allowance into 4. You see, degree 1 allowance, a job related. I say, what you may have, what's transfer, what to have about my thing, quarter to 6.
Yeah.
What's drama till about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So what's that factor check? What you say, you know, what's that tests are no. You're training in hand, they are determined with pay. It won't mean that man be free to say, maybe just an allowance because my transit check. But don't you mean that?
Yeah.
This is an only buying it. I double counting. I say, we are way carpenter. Now, what you might front, are you cost? That's the year job evaluation near the height, it comes as part of the evaluation process. When one first they said, time mommy height allowance. I know more. Let me move there. Me feel that you're right. A very dangerous.
But so see, idea ye tia enya de foforo ye tia dada meboa.
They make an old say it. Oh, yeah. Ejuma wo ye. O me fa wo ejuma ye. What transfer kwa anti ye we wo ejuma na. Yes, what transfer? How many hours? The transit from quarter to 4 to 10 o'clock. A long time. I don't know. They are building. I had the challenges of your job, the difficulty in making you do your job. And don't think I'm you 15,000 a month. If you have the long come on, if you have a remember 12,000 and 14,000. But what does
yeah, me just say.
The father, the transit child, into a failure, the same just sitting allowance, the transit. No, I was not making
In fact, I look at them, I make a chance waste paying allowance.
Aha. 20% of my salary. So, maybe feel a double counting.
Yeah.
You need to entertain this idea. But yeah, and one them how minister deputy minister. Kasai. At the end there no negotiate.
Yeah. And you can't name come back say so I didn't know me atnase nti ase aye adwuma wagye atum say yes obetua aban no omoje no makosane MOU nkrata efi ade na sisi ade ye nam bibia enam
so na mami aban ni purpose na my yeah and I say so with so because the win to yeah one year
you to me spell amentwere
there be that so when you be trust after you them work when you know trust na put it you be somebody share no understanding na mo fata that's okay and yes sir everyone was there all cassette I've been nomenclature you know mo get ho it shouldn't be because I got that more by MOU no why you to say if it's yeah allowance so the deal what you man in again so as someone tell what that and sana my the minister not more kind of I have been that so but Miami yeah say or say cartoon say of it's not a say it's not a say almost they can't do politics and they can't earn anything from the political environment. What is there to earn from the political environment?
Is it true?
What is there to earn? Why do you say that? What you are saying? Because you are painting the picture first. When people go into politics, automatically they are rich.
Yeah.
We should be more smarter than. So,
but yeah, Dom say obi says it is true. Ye hu amanfo mo politics e bia me ye sure wonim unyonku bi kra woni ni sisu mate na brabo e nyina mo bo overnight ko NDC MPP na onipa akoi wabe ye tam na oda so a udi abrabo num sa na enti omso mu hu bia na
no nye wrong say you say you idea a fata I an idea fata yes fata we idea any then so if a politician that's all benefit from the but maybe say much money be American the work of top nguto and now by and now we set up radio station now also doing that when you that and hygiene the local business who is over a construction engineer into one set up company which they are dying when you profit but you know also be profiting from politics there at hygiene because you go into politics you don't go into politics to preach. It's unfortunate. But as a nation, as a statesman, as a politician, somebody who holds a public office, don't have to portray that because already we are having challenges. Telling Anna the kind of politics we do here, the monetization of our political is bad. And now you are comparing. If you're giving this allowance with this intention, tells me clearly that they are money they are getting the political field. For the money. To sit down and look at someone agree.
Yeah.
But they should find a better name for that offender allowance. And go and pay because you've committed yourself pay. But they shouldn't call it the dinner of the
neutrality allowance, no.
They shouldn't even talk about that. Because the civil service code, no. It is there in black and white.
And so do mo for amanyosem. Then it means that you cry from the word go no yetin ye.
As long as American, and non American, you have been a because we're doing our way. They will become one two. They will be our own time. They consider, any a way we drop no.
Yeah.
You see that now that's for allowance. So very sad, very very.
And she says, yeah, no, what say the well, information about a buying since or didn't say Kratas in there. On to ya.
Don't call it neutrality allowance. But already, you know, big target have issued already with Yankasa allowance, the cafeteria benefits we have enough. I don't know. We should reduce all the now, the payment of individuals more predictable because they allowance way is tied to salary. Normally, by only 20%. Your rent allowance, education, that is media. If you say enough in the mind problem. This is when teacher we have problems in it's all because of allowance and also. But who are big giving? Who did attending now but the allowance in a salary near me proposition that we should sit down, collapse all the allowances, see to those that we build into the salary, then pay ourselves better, and move away from the allowance. Because citizens say, would will be 15,000. Now, one man of rent allowance, one man of bursary, this animal. Oh no, so they kind of a pastor obey investment money and but you don't determine what to pay the minimum education bursary, 1% of his salary, 20% of his salary. Amount 20%. I mean, why do you determine that for the person? Someone is at salary, so no longer then determine whether so or your labor, no person is a 5-bedroom house, I have no any problem. So now you just so that we can sit down and say that about PCSM, we can easily determine how much salary, how much we pay to employees as salary. Easily. It is so big about the top a year, PCSM. What's the problem? Australia them go bit me as I calculate. But Ghana has nobody else but twice the people going to do this. When we are moving not labor cost, no good man. Because capital benefits are those. If you wait here no more, it's the end check. Because in the first place, it is wrong. It is wrong because category one allowance in the single span environment. Yeah. You're consolidating to the salary. You won't feel smoker being farmer machine. And idea is type of allowance. What category is that? Is it category 2? Is it category 3? Is it category 1 allowance? We should be part of the grade.
Adam, you better see the BC and you mean sharp on a pay. So we know what I do. That's it. Yadam Boachiamponsa, labor consultant, in the Dean Command pay. In 72 age organized labor and some of the 2 minimum wage home and sem and ya Jake a crown fin honum saying clock sag a buying a cratchy for one more asem or modia baba 2 in fact the Bocata may share a Ghanaian Times in him at the honor was say clock sag embarks on nationwide strike to demand neutrality allowance. Enti asemno say the city camera working kind of na obetima boso amami. Okay.
Neutrality.
What
question neutrality? I say, will be our general.
Many papa ni interview now, ever. Who just had him say that? Oh, yeah. Hey, Yamana Metro. It's here for no woman to your minimum. Won't you? Because my first question was answer can neutrality allowance. I didn't watch it.
Yes, that time not me.
I say, what? Say, I didn't say. Omo aban adwuma efo no ense se omo de omo ho nsem bi ho no mu a no enema bi ho a ese otimi kan ano etum wo ho en baba microphone no odo ha yeah
Adam
yeah enti saa niama no se niama bi ho no I say confidentiality ayi clause bi ana bibisa enti niama nyina na uhu a ba be put sakrama wo and na teach you cry no uhwe eye adwumayefo no teach mom de mana se saa neutrality allowance ni chese se omu gina mfimfim uye neutral u gina mfimfim enti wo de anye se because o ya ban krache NDC na ewa power MPP na ewa power wo ho enti aha enti untimi nkoye ho te se bia NDC aba na medium NDC ni
now don ho akotale wo mu
me sabotage MPP for there be udie aban bia bebia no party bia bebia se ojira fifi na oye adwuma enti saa de no na omo se omo je ho ya omo aye enti I say because udie won konko ya amanyosem bia no because omo kire se amanfo nya amanyosem omo ya amanyosem na omo nya bibidi wom and since omo ntimi nya amanyosem because omo ya aban adwumayefo no aban krachi ni ne ka ho no enu nti no onya hwe saa na esusu ye nte onya hwe ni enu nti no ye no ne ya no bibi ti se allowance ni ye de momo ba un se Ghana emra so ho e kire se wo ya ban dwumani aban krachi ni saa we no a onya amanyosem enti asem ne se eba ne sen na aban ene adwumayefo no tena ase wo munim se mra wo ho se first of all because se nipa no emra ho say okay wo ense say o ya amanyosem a di enti na say etua ka because o ba ka say okay because me ya bi amanyosem na bibisa ana me nya akwanya no nya amanyosem ti me nya bibi ndi enti I say from the word go na nkasa na yetin ye
dia ya wasade ye sese wo ye no
di enti na say
metua sese ya ma hu scans wa ye
wo enti from the word go no yetin na say aban san krata no wie no and no masha see who say oh na dey nkra say mra because am for say and then say enti and say etua sika bia de mom I say too late because only nipa na san krata no ejuma for say well I say odi moja na matete sebo na ba be ni de na dey also be man salad masa obechi ware
over kwesiane omunya kukuduro mra bonten meka say ye ntuye
say obetia no because so tia say tia nti na omso ko strike no
because any adwumayefo yi ade asasa mu ye adanti na mu di man ne ho allowance ansa na maye anti papa ni ntire mu no ato asumpa na obakwasi Ghanaian
say no hu say no ma say okay o fact say bia ni tefem ha a me be adwuma bia me fansa homachi metena sia kopimbe nondu enti aketua no senia ya chechire no ohu ya hihye ni bibia no omo de ni nyina kan so okay wa kwisia waje obe adwuma homachi ebi obre oye adwuma ebia how many days ni sa enti omo de ni na bom enti maketua ameje no omo ahwesa anya ma no dada enti nya fi na me kwa akotena ka che father say isia atnase no misisi enti mami esisie allowance because me tena from a be don hwere be say na me te ho sei enti meko na misisi nyina enti me to rob ema omu miamia misisi enti sisi ade so mami esisie ni rob allowance
na massage massage
ade ne se ye di kan hwe
ni
nyina ana omode ama wo aketua no enti eside na asan akwa gina aka se o mi sisi mi tena ho be don hwere be enti de sisi ama mi sisi
ana obakwaso omo nso tumi tena ho hwe ya di
enti se father no apre na doctor say respect science yes okay wa otena ho and you say ne what ase and also okay sisi efie kwa o si da bi wo aketua no kra no ye hwe bibia ho ne de ma wo ba wade sisi allowance wade atum sika no wade atum if you wetu ama ana bia ya sign krata so okay ene abusumi bia no ye de be 500 be count because of CC now trance no if you dey ma 500 nemra o se da bi
wasade
anu medwa yo nti anu ne asem
ebi kura na de aya o budget
budget dey se onim se de be ye dada me de be ye Inti nkomo no ni nyina no.
Obakwesi wasi ane the bra wo call ministries. And the department ni agencies no. Obi ani ho. Several local government staff as obi ani ho. Wasa to aso call Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Fisheries, Aquaculture, Registrar General Department.
Yeah.
Aqua say ejmayefo ni.
Aban akrachifo no. Kana make a job.
Obi akwatene.
No.
Obi atif wo ma anya duma.
This year no. Say we say National Labour Commission for so sure mo ne campaign say ni omo kan so omo kobat. Ade ni say na this year because beya ni yentua ni kwan bi so na ni enkan chop so kiwa. I don't even know. Mama.
Overkwesi Registrar General Department. Won nyina wo ma.
Some ya miss intina me say aban akrachifo no.
Womu nyina womu dɔɔso
aban nyuma no akrachifo no bo
na odi tumu kura sɛ wobɛma nipa bi ampo wodi 100 Ghana mpo anya sika ketewa kura na initial no wɔn a ansha nkwakyerans wɔn di sans sɛ no atomu ana
tena amanya abedu bebi ayedu
because the amount involved no wobetua no every month. So we are once a year, every month of a question.
So, one of the crater, clock sack for no. One of the crater biaba. Young Kaima 84. So, my dear. Young Kaima 84. Crater normally baba 2 jano. Clock sack for crater no. 84. One more say notice of intention to proceed on strike due to non-implementation of neutrality allowance. The National Executive Council, NEC, or the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Ghana CLOCSAG, met on Tuesday, 29th March 2022 to discuss the status of implementation of the Memorandum of Understanding MOU entered into with government on 20th January 2022. It was noted that payment of the neutrality allowance has not been effected as agreed in spite of official reminders and follow-ups to the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning. The National Executive Council, NEC, therefore decided that CLOCSAG should embark on an industrial action to press home its demand for the implementation of the MOU. Notice has therefore been served on the National Labour Commission, NLC, the Civil Service Council, and the Local Government Service Council, with copies to the Honourable Senior Presidential Advisor, the Honourable Minister for National Security, and Honourable Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, that the association will proceed on strike from 21st April 2022. Regional secretaries are, by this letter, enjoined to bring this to the notice of all members of the association. Council appreciates your continuous support in our quest to attain better condition of service for our members. Signed, Isaac Bampuado, Executive Secretary, Mark Locksack. Barbara?
Ayo. Abusuafo sakrate ya kwesika ye. Aya Civil and Local Government Staff Association Ghana, Krosagfo, ana womu adekrate ya be. Wase monse edresie bi a womu si se womu betie tua. Ewo sika bi asase ye de mo mu ayamfa ma womu no. Ejina brane. International Executive Council, NEC, Yada Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Ghana, Krosak Yano, Asia ye Edabnada, na ya mati de tosu dio nonkunu. Se womu kwadunjini womu ahu. Enti asia pembi a womu ni aban ekosan ya, obi ade ne nsa se krata anu ase, se ebesa asia ye adwuma. Ewo 20th January 2020 afe womu atena se ehun se ta mfimfini a womu jinara wansi a asatu womu nsaka no adibesi nde womu nsanka ye omu bo etire ko Minister of Finance na Economic Planning na kamia ya sa akoya bo atibidin ne sa wonti National Executive Council no a peso wakatre CLOCSAG members nyina se obi antena fie mu obi ankwaduma adi konsistent ase apomo mu ni aba akosa ye no obesa ase adi aye aduma omu peso omu tonkra edema National Labour Commission to be the Civil Service Council, Local Government Service Council, and womu de kwapen so akwa Senior Presidential Advisor Honorable Minister for National Security, Kanda Panswenya Nedia, Honorable Minister for Employment and Labor Relations, Onosonsa Akanakrata, ya association Pesua Katra Wonum said, Epu there toss word you no bako, and the date in Bemisectum. Epu there toss word you no bako,
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Tenra, Tenra, no Shassi, no. Entina and Ra, sending now kind of times in Oko offices now, no matter. Ya Munye Jumano.
Enti Enra no ana ye, Epu there toss word you no bako no. Womatia to your free nede quinina. And to Womat Rankrata, the Ama, Womu secretaries ya, a war a man terminating us will be a Anyasa pepe and Fama Wonum. Council no Adam was a passer, Bribian penny for Bessie Janano, Mota Wumotimaya, dear Pamemesi, Montenefi, Mubian Quajima. Isaac Bampoado, your executive secretary, Emma Closa Gono, and an inside secretary.
So you knew about quite any Dijuma Hanum saying, yeah, Obekan panel members no home. Was Sansu the national organizer for the LPG. Yes, I need to know boy. So yeah, I sending me a message back home and say, I'm surprised about this whole so-called neutrality allowance. First time hearing it. Since when did they come about? We should rather call it blackmailing allowance rather than neutrality allowance. Come to think of it, they do the politics all the same. Well, yeah, unfortunately, if you for no chiwa adia on the bayono, say blackmailing. One, I mean, so painful to show that Aquatrans in any of my sign, I know my cousin Cratana. Nancy, it's my phone or more to obey ya. And you're fine, only back where almost so I got out my you said. I'm going to be say what him see, young quite young, Shania, Yaquaco sign the video. Because I've also seen this one. There's this one come now, make kind of Hanum see. Let me see, say, be a meet me. The kakra to honum sina make kind brofumwa na wabwa itifo semo mfanchem kakra na me ya akrebi because person dey to na cabinet me achichi mu. There's this story online about this same neutrality allowance na where so let me just read the story as being published there. It says payment of neutrality allowance, a fraudulent arrangement. It must be scrapped. Franklin Kujo, president of Imani Africa, Franklin Kujo has called for the immediate abolishment of the neutrality allowance paid to civil service workers. According to him, the constitution mandates civil servants to steer clear from partisan politics. Hence, there is no legitimate basis for the institution of that scheme. His comment comes after the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Ghana, CLOCSAC, announced its intention to embark on a strike from today, April 21st, over government's failure to pay its members their neutrality allowance. The association in a statement said that the allowance formed part of a memorandum of understanding entered into with the government on January 20, 2022. Despite official reminders and follow-ups to the Finance Ministry, payment of the allowance has not been effected after more than 3 months as agreed, CLOCSAC stated. Now, but Franklin Kujo has described the allowance as fraudulent, saying it is entirely wrong for government to pay it. In an interview with Joy News, he noted that, quote, the whole idea behind civil service work or public service work is noted in the principle of neutrality, anonymity, and permanency. It is wrong. It is definitely, it should be scrapped. Saying, Franklin Kujo so eka, kabra.
Abusuadia akwasika ye efri epenipa wada Imani Ghana no enti watase sa sika ye tua e friends ni charity allowance no wase ya fraudulent no abakwasi ya kro no bo
no less
aya kro no bonse se pa na wo mu kokoye ye no
esisie sakra bo echi no agi
esisie pa wasum da ho ne ya gbo yam na founder Emma President Imani Center for Policy and Education Franklin Kujo and waka say was in tempa sanitary allowance no womun tamu kura free one mukura one pese wa bette kura aya civil service workers ya dia womu di man ye no na watra say constitution no kura wo kan ya e womu kra ya waka tra baye tuma ya fo say womun tuwa mu fra manyosem ho enti ayi wo masade na nasɛm ba wa abra krosakefoɔ trɛ sɛ April 21st wɔn atiatua wɔn nkɔ adwuma na ekuo trɛ so wɔn ne aban ɛkɔtena ase de wɔn nsa sɛnti ase apam ase a na nka January 20th wɔ nti ase yɛ adwuma ɛsɛ sɛ etu ase sika ma wɔn nanso adi bɛsi nnɛsɛ sika no ɛmaayɛ na no na owura Franklin Kudo ɛtrɛ sɛ saa allowance no ɛyɛ asisia na wanse paa ɛna wɔn kɔ akɔdidi afiri aban hɔ abra wɔ ne Joy News ɛkasa ɛna wɔtɛ sɛ ɛno na kwesi so wɔ kootu no wɔse adeɛ ne nyinaa yɛ civil service workers foɔ no ɛne public service ɛhyehyɛ di afiri aban ta wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ neutrality no wɔse ɛyɛ anonymity ne deɛ minyame
kyɛ sɛ sɛ obi akuru hu beebi a ogyina kyɛ sɛ ayɛ sɛ ukura wo de hu sie unyi w'anim unyi w'anim wote aseɛ ɛnyɛ ade a woyi w'anim ne ehu so kwabenamafo ana akwesi aboagye
ɛna wɔse ɛsa yɛ permanency
o sɛ adwuma no a woyɛ no ɛnyɛ ade a akwasi oki NDC abanti yi wadi ɛnyɛ saa na teɛ MPP bo NDC bo woyɛ w'adwuma kɔpem sɛ wobɛkɔ retirement wobɛkɔ ahomgyie mu nti ɛyɛ more or less like permanent
ɛna wɔta sɛ ɛyɛ mfomsoɔ nti ntɛmpa a ɔmu ntam mfiri hɔ
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawuro Kofi Aman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NIT 100.9 FM.
Hey, catch it. List ni nie. And you ma beto to dia me baba no ho ade no. Hwem so betumi a. Now beka. Ya jon to ma miensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. We den kan no ntumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho. Wo hwe de wapi ho. O ka se batete. E da fom ho.
This way chocolate drink.
Catch up be baba ware yi. Ye fi ase this way chocolate drink. Ya sorry anopa no ne yenom ye bi hye fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pebibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom kwakwo wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so hye
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so hye
FDA ahwehwɛ sɛ adwodie nkratoe mu agye atom sɛ ɛyɛ
Cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime. Natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Yanko enim yento aso ma menkan comments ni bia no pay before akwabna ede eye nsem ni bi fi de obon krata no mu enso ede be pay mo. So President Akufo-Addo, we thank you once again for the appointment of the humble and down to earth Dr. Bernard Okoboy. But what are you also doing to the hardworking and also the food soldiers president Yao Adumako Befi Boatin ewo Denmark no the fee and what buy Sule Sunyayin KTK. What NPP government led by His Excellency President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo has done in 5 years is far, far better than the NDC's wasted 8 years. No more doomsop, no more IMF bailout with harsh conditionalities, no more cash and carry. System on our healthcare delivery. No more fraudulent banks and microfinance, etc., etc. That's Sule Sunyani KTK no defi and what they buy. It appears Ghana started retail trading when Nana Addo became president. Commodity prices have jumped over 500% relative to December 2016. If you're somewhere and you find the need to still defend this clueless, incompetent NPP government. I'm sorry for you. That is one here from Tay. What if you Finland and what they buy? Nana Kwame Opasco was say, please kindly tell my own NPP party executives for me, if they want to break the 8, then they should take good care of the party faithfuls, especially the grassroots and the Syria callers. That is one here from Nana Kwame Opasco. No idea, no, by now. TUC have said it all. It's a fact that the economy was messed up before the COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war. So the government should stop giving us an unnecessary excuses and fix the mess they've created, because the more they talk, the more angry we become. Mesha Kasante from Abusukan and Odiano Edibaye. It seems Ghanaians have forgotten things so easily. 4 years of Dumso under Mahama, which collapsed our businesses in Ghana under the watch of, okay, I'm sure it's the same Mahama. You're going round with it in Pacho. Yauza, was Swami. Good economic management, infrastructure, and other items are the key elements that help a political party to win power, per the EIU report. And that is exactly what the NPP government is doing. Hence, breaking the 8-year cycle is possible should we correct our mistakes and continue with our good works. That's one here from Yauza, Wadi Free Swami, and Wadiano Edibaye. Clearly, these 3 NDC guys who petitioned Parliament over that frivolous and weak accusation are just wasting precious resources. The alleged GM and the NDC are those behind it. But it won't see the light of day. Kwejo Edu Pako, President Concerned Patriot of Social Media. Achimesio. Kabana Mafu kami huano pay ewa hadum say de bon kratano and come on 70 be twaso na ya hwe senior city kwara.
Ovakwesi.
Dia ina da onim sisi ano.
Kwesi dia da menim sisi ye. Erade adum daily guide at long last ya coach.
Say how go say dia ni. Ten hag. So ayas. And Oba. Oba be coach Manchester.
One be coach man.
Oh, team no CCI coach. Coach you.
Ovakwesi where dey will make a difference. I say wo send ni age no.
The CCI dem abreu. Yeah.
Ovakwesi. Wa brand so dey ya say untumi nya.
I say team need dey say me support you, but I'm just making you aware say my bread.
Ovakwesi we 52 years. I
don't even care about the age.
Obe pese obe make name, and me did say that papa ya obe.
This year born baby you didn't kabra e-football.
Over question me tiase.
Yes.
But way
digital football.
Yeah, obe make a record. Yeah, and then I make obe make a record. And papa no ana sometime. Chairman ma British Airways ya na Liverpool and so chairman no. So far no na okoto Manchester United. Sir Martin Broughton. Na Serena Williams ya Ovakwesi wobo
tennis
no. Ose obe support no. Ono nso pese papa no to team no. Enti wono eni wo wure bia yesi afre no. Lewis Hamilton. Almost support no £10 million. Now what they atop wako to team no £2.5 billion. And so far there, Papayna definitely and so will be nyanti tema to me any woman na kanwa womunya team no anko mu beto no.
Chelsea team no.
Yeah. Say we abede ya na tema wuntumi nso kam. Yeah, tema wuntumi. Oh, them over kwesi tema wuntumi wanyaska. Wanyaska pa. Na nse kura wa to Rolls Royce fofra. Wo ma register no. W1 2022. Wuntumi 1. Wanyaska. Waso etumi
Chama wuntumi say obeto Chelsea. Na obi a kyerɛ n'adwen wɔ ho so yɛ businessman obetumi ayɛ PV wo nso ɛyɛ adwen pa ɛyɛ ade a wontumi betumi ayɛ
wonim menhu video no deɛ but yɛ wontumi yɛ bɛtumi ama hu so obetumi atɔ Chelsea ne sɛ ɔmo ntwerɛ 3 billion pounds no in figures ne yɛmfa ntoɔ na ɔno a mfa desma ɛde sisi ɔmfa command toto ne yɛhu sɛ 3 billion yɛ otumi yɛ deɛ ne sɛ Chelsea obetumi atɔ
wopɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ
onim sika na ɔbɛda tɔ ɔno mu kwan TV no awuturo gu a obɛhu de korɔ nti ɔmo tumi twerɛ gya ɔmo ntwerɛ na zero so ɔno amfa command ɛntutum otumi yɛ 3 billion na etumi so wɔkɔ a ɔne Chelsea for no transfer he can acquire Chelsea.
All right.
Àwọn ya ya nene say. No so atre na dwene awon ya. Menyin ni say ahon ya o. Dabi wo say. Dabi Adam papa no wo say. Wo de tro sika ne gu ono anfa koma no message.
Sebi mpacho fo manimu a sebi manimu a. Enye nsemu nyankwasa asem no okay. Sebi pamcho because the first one to me does not mean say I'm not saying say be Jama to me was says no, but I'm saying the first one to me kwabra does not tell and I don't just say owisikana na unisikano. Say you don't determine obisika or by say obetimi atro meboa
over kwesi sika no a obedi to ti
na oni mesika for mo man mu hanana ivie wiase a omusika no omu kwabra onu ni sika ne japade akura wonim bebi ebi kura ebi wo
na de ye kan ye over kwesi de ye kan ye $2.5 billion.
I am not saying say I'm not saying say be a chairman to me always. In fact, honestly speaking, if you ask me personally, I'll tell you that me anyadi am GD so say scano. But I know the mate me nim ni to go by. I don't think always say scano bet me to. Me see me I don't mean the me ni so say scano. Because we belong there is a control.
Over question $dollars or pounds so.
I don't know almost a billionaires normally zero. Ghana na normal list billionaires is their phone dango temu show up no show up.
One video trending see I said chama want to miss Obeto Chelsea. Na obi a che na adwen wo ho so a businessman obetimi aye. PV won so adwen pa ade a wontumi betimi aye.
Unim menhu video no deɛ but yɛ wontumi yɛ betimi ma hu so obetimi atɔ Chelsea ne sɛ ɔmo ntwerɛ 3 billion pounds no in figures ne yɛmfa ntoɔ na ɔno a mfa desma ɛde sisi ɔmfa command toto ne yɛhu sɛ 3 billion yɛ otumi yɛ deɛ ne sɛ Chelsea obetimi atɔ
wopɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ
onim sika na ɔbɛda tɔ ɔno mu kwan TV no awuturo gu a obɛhu de korɔ nti ɔmo tumi twerɛ gya ɔmo ntwerɛ na zero so ɔno amfa command ɛntutum otumi yɛ 3 billion na etumi so wɔkɔ a ɔne Chelsea for no transfer he can acquire Chelsea
say na no a so for Tam Crunchy Ankara ne ba wade no so omo koye say omo akoche $1 million bi say dey and omo koye dami omo wie ana on say GR for frɛ a friend no tini so for be kan so for say anya no kre enkoda no mu di omo agro bi keke yo you see chama wontimi o MPP ni e power and asama kan bia wo MPP ni na Ghana oman na team no and ansemi you how the tudwa e bia we be fans because who can say na the next moment na tax for afro na che tax aba betua mentra men kan oda me mentra kan I'm saying that na no Sam Crunchy Akra kokan omko kan say o match we no there was what evidence
o say a faith check faith
na ada onti say chama untimi o interview o say scano otue mu tax ahin tax otue ahin there na kubon say NDC na power no ma fraud next time na DI because we say I NGI for no mo frɛ no enya de on be frɛ no because o mo frɛ no na o say na o so na otue tax ahin you understand
say o tam
then offshore Masa
2.5 billion pounds.
Produce or diamond change you. Didn't say more Joseph. The Munkwan and the old children. No. Because so my way to make a bibia no afan we di free. Ultimate bibia, obi to make a bibia, ultimate.
Same mom de when yeska. No Rolls Royce. And I am swana.
Mini scan to Rolls Royce AI.
Rolls Royce no. Whatever could see minim wadame time I want to meet the any home use one.
I could buy when you be so my ABS on one. What are you talking about?
Odame, Adiana, okay. To buy a bit the year passing you.
I'm not unfortunate. I don't know. I can't tell. But I haven't found love all the way from January to December. No, and I'm not finding love. In fact, the men didn't find me. I don't know where they were. If I should never be a singular, find me before I leave. Find me. Why? But I was there 2 weeks ago, and my friend, I don't want to mention her name because also one person is good in the so I was there, and if you ask a while she texted me and she was like, Efia, I used your picture on my status yesterday, and a friend of mine, a very nice guy, he says he likes you. And I may say, find a picture, send it, and I'm in shock. So Efia sent the picture to me, and in fact, boy, near nice. The share picture is will be Worcester. You knew no, but yes. And I told her, oh, Efia, I like. I said, Efia, why not a mouth? No, Miss Opema, I may be interfering. Your body be piano, man. I don't mind. I mean, the year 16 gram managing. And this same affairs I want to mean, so I'm a guardian angel. Girl, not TV. I used a guy's picture on my status, and who you are not texting me? If you don't know this guy, I said yes. Hey, if you are a small boy, you need a money. I say if you are there, because I don't want to explain. But if he hasn't chopped, don't let him chop. I said okay, but I'm going to be. So I'm hard to pro. Me, I'm a position.
And some of what you call bata, assume said don't change the major, assume Ghana Muntage Media so, a neat.
I mean, can't comments Kakra and Queen man pay. Neat 100.9. Shiftman Aton Sukumase. The NPP should focus on building a very solid and united party for victory 2024 rather than giving attention to who will lead the NDC into the 2024 election. Chiefman Edifri Atonsu and Odeba and Friday Pamcho light-hearted and I'm fan 2 personally and 2 serious in Pamcho we pray. Alaji Willie PFA Kuma. I support the petition submitted by 3 Ghanaians urging Parliament to investigate allegations made against the president by Sawa Bruni. We cannot allow anybody to disgrace and put our presidency into disrepute like that. Alaji Willie P. We see, is getting back on course with a surprise GDP growth of 5.4%. Okay. It's a concerned Ghanaian. Dr. Bamia or Alan Chamatin NPP still will break the 8 in 2024. Goldman Sachs Pillar 2. Pichi Brim, Abro and Quality Region. GM, when would you be serious? You are desperate about the presidency, so you don't know what to say again. I think I'm fancy. Na Cobra. Gremu. Besa to us.
Where the Meka last one, men can be. I Adumaku Befi. Wadawruma, woman pebe being fanning some Mr. Ramu. Adumaku be fiabre. Papa, Adumaku be fio, Baku Adumaku be fi wadawruma. Munumabana fanny sebe be mammy. Mr. Ramu. Abusia me fra Adumaku be fio. Mamma constant for frostway. Baby, me hurry ababe jine. Aye, the boka tire friend say Ghanaian Times, Ghanaian Times, Yanimuha. Na Ghanaian Times, the aba, what I say, World Bank for, and na womo katra Ghana for say, Usia bono, a dozen dodo, okay, page 13, one more, and what the World Bank, Papa Noa, what da no no away your brunino, Nymphonia Baba to one say, and I walk katra Ghana for say. Ya busi abonu ebu ya kon ya bo too much enti dawrumo ebe ya enka yenja bisi abo bebrebe no na yense kwa ya befa so ya betua sa abusi abonu enti World Bank President David Mopas ena wo tu Ghana for say ebe ya sabi wodeka untua Wodeka untia na wo sambo besia ni bika ho enti wasre baabi a Ghana ya bosia bo akwa akoduru no ebu yakon enti abaya mami yankwaje bosia biem na kakra na ya wo na yankura no kakra sade abaya ebetumi aboa yen na wose wodwene ho a wonte ase bosia de wokwaje a na nka watua
Kara.
Overquesi.
Yes, Maminji Brain Bina, Menko Amano, so na Urajon Buedu, General Secretary German, so Peso be General Subeche. Na in Indian come Urajon Buedu, General Secretary for the Amanyuko New Patriotic Party. Ejajon Yadasimu Baba Nit FM so.
Maybe I want to say.
Yahoyapa John also. Now no Eddie Como na MC constituency mwebie atum amanfo betimi afa form. So far process no saying minim say na 2 days in terms mwewie meboa.
You which yes you be a nomination for constituency annual delegates conference na you be no be no on person contest for constituency officers no. I said they are kind of 2 days. You know, various constituencies, you know, we are vetting, been so I am vetting, we in ongoing.
Oh, okay. And Tinyama ko fine.
Oh, okay. Because just as we know, you anticipate be say or confirm from Mr. Okay, or from no baby of a fan and because they did to online. So in addition to hard copies at the moment, until be allowed for some contest be so I can't form mama or my filing. This is vetting.
Okay. I see. Vetting will take you how many days?
Vetting will take you 2 days.
2 days. Nti mo start no ene ana ma start e bia nra sen no tie
e bi start na nen embe e bi so start na e bi watch na nen.
Okay.
Constituency elections committee no and in addition to the general guidelines no, depending on the dynamics on the ground no only one day be different than the other.
Na mimusao Economics Intelligence Report here about Betodre. Any global info analytics. I say survey abobo so mienu ya bay as a party. Dien enamoka efa ho yade a mo fa no serious. Teach you economics intelligence unit day any nyomoka on the election watch especially and the political scene say NPP say to abai bia 2024 mubedi ntwo say NDC for the fresh candidate kwa sa asem ya wo mokin then global info analytics ni omo de betu dwa omo so omo ka aba say nke to abai 2024 ya enka yade anka NDC bedi nkunim wo moka bibi nso aba say Alan Chamantin is ahead of Dr. Baumia in terms of the flag bearership race, you know. and omo can say 67% of Ghanaians who feel say we be at the direction of economy and now mind we be economy is heading towards the wrong direction in the account. Sa survey we as a party I'm fan serious and enya idea mudi ejuma because idea we about na be seen neko.
You me that and say over the years no surveys be aba new patriotic party party until and can ever the survey be aba my boy and because survey no any favor and me have a cast against the survey no omo yeah and anyama when in political party surveys bar book and most of it na any favor until book nti said they all kitchen it is a political party no omo consistent we so omo babo go dey ehwe but the thing is o share for survey na omo agitu the in terms of economic development no yeah so say COVID by Ukraine so abe more no ama enya yempe we are for na be a watch o cost shop in Germany and why the chi go through to play be this omo to me be there baby panel because large quantity of which countries important if Ukraine and Russia. Lot of countries pan not Africa a major issue. In terms of cost of living there, for the first time in UK, Germany, and US, all-time inflationary high ever this month. So at this time, now Ghana, it's not because they are buying on any money, but it's because they beyond it. How my see, and most of it, you're talking about around that this time as we speak now. Because if you are for actually on business, buying to be Sweet just COVID time 2020. Most governments in power to about 2020, they lost the election. We were the few countries in the world that COVID time was to about winning election. The COVID time in 2020, most countries posted negative growth. Most countries, just under 25 countries, and a positive growth are young Ghana, you come. All those that growth not is up. 0.4%. Big grand see that or and this is one idea for them. The growth here we are 23.7%. On everything. And see the Omokayana and you did want to anybody. And there you go so I now see how much they buy it. Because they are 9 to the dollar. As we speak now, flat about 7.0 because of measures they buy the Bank of Ghana injection of additional foreign reserves foreign currency into the foreign market. Abuade dollar no, Abadan. We say a movie that the dollar cost over and above that. It means that the government is doing something different from the previous government. For me, and it is a major thing for our opponents because from the almost say the NDC for president, almost candidate, president now, almost lose elections, no. The honor the Anna, a honor silent was so feeling, and I just don't kind.
Well, someone presented fresh candidate.
Almost say the NDC for the job, Mama, but as some candidate, they will lose the election.
Oman Kasa, Oman stating categorically by implication.
By the implication.
Impliedly, I mean, so I say fresh candidate. I say fresh candidate.
Almost say the old candidates, now they will lose the election. That's what it is. Yes, direct. Direct. almost percentage of Mama, they will lose the election.
And I'm saying,
Yeah,
sir,
no,
I'm saying, sir,
all
una kind of said that and yet direct, sir.
How are you going to explain what they said?
Oh, sir, I make answer. See, I'm for fresh candidate. I see fresh candidate. I know Troy.
Fresh candidate are bad. Then
Some the fresh candidate, but I'm betting we win 2024.
I'm for fresh candidate are bad. Then
Wanka.
Oh, then the prayer. Okay. Say, also with the fresh candidate, but some with me winning. It's all the old candidate. The problem lose the election.
Maybe bet me I can when I check me material for everybody.
One I'm in the crowd report.
Okay.
But to become wait, we just have to read report
of course, I mean, sir, and come on, you know, and you'll be na what kind. So, and yeah, ABS, you, John said,
you know, they are almost kind of say, NDC can only win the elections if they don't present their old candidate. In other words, don't present some old candidates now, they will lose the election. If you want to believe what the IU for that is what it is. So, see, when you are out here done in the crowd, when they make cases to the say, don't kind they've acknowledged that the bar for the first 3-4 years, no, they are there in Ghana, you know, yeah, before COVID set in after the Nema. The Abanayan Sunday this year, 2024. We didn't say measures are buying the put in place. And do 2024, you bring a new leader. Saying put there, a new leadership pattern because that is the new leader. So, and new leaders never they will be a record, no, a war, why, yes, near Mama, in the country. There are no any challenge. On my own challenge, any leadership, opponent.
Okay. Now, what about the global info analytics for the issue our more aircane? One more the normal Musi say, John Mahama, bet me win 2024. And now one more can say more flag bearership race in so no. Idea do na say Roland Charantin and obet me a boy MPP and yet Dr. Baumia. And also move for
well, for me, yeah, you one. Now, yes, so for the period that Benya says, I can't want global info for you. Said Anton can be, but it doesn't matter. The you or more sample size me, or when we will look at it because you can't have something. Well, it depends on the period, yes, on something, whatever. Because something about for me. What did your mama both lose to? Another survey say, what did your mama call with you? It is me analysis. What am I going to say?
Yeah.
Contradiction. And I'm what?
Well, on that basis, yes, I'll put you in that contest there. But I said different company will be any survey. But send you can yes, me know you're doing.
Survey, the same people now call target group for them. It depends on the quality of the survey. It will be difficult for us to comment on the safer side, the almost surveys over the period, and all that, for discussion. Because and we know where.
Okay.
So, about internal ones, well, survey the who be and so more contest elections, that about me and Alan, also more chefs are survey, and the India we leading with listening. Maybe they are referee. It's difficult for me to say yes or no in this discussion. Yeah.
Okay. Michelle, we need you more. Okay. All right. Issue be about as a general secretary, person me do adwin chair or minority actual crata be the say omo petape bi na abranti friend Kevin Taylor ni a rebi a interview Evelyn Edu dodo na anim no a friend say wa broni wɔn ne yɛ interview na saa interview no wɔn tie nsɛm a Awuraba ne de tu dwa na okura wodin pie wɔ mu enti saa ɛyɛ interview no wɔn pɛ tape no wɔn study wi a ne di ekyir ne Ghana fo bɛte wɔn nka yɛda sɔrɔ nso yɛn ka bi nhyia mu Ghana fo ade hyia miɛnsa atwerɛ krataa de akɔ Speaker of Parliament Ra Aban Gbagben sɛ Awuraba bi ɛfɛ no ɛyɛ Evelyn Edu dodo na nim sɛ wa broni interview bi a wayɛ ne nsɛm a waka no ɛfɛ ɔmanpanyin ho Parliament nhwɛ na sɛ impeachment process kura no bɛ start here because nsɛm no waka no saa na tie no kura wɔm di a na ɛntwa yie deɛ na ɔka wɔn ho titiriw udin apie wɔm ɛne ɛyɛ saa sɛ wa broni hwie ɛkɔ so nyinaa no
well deɛ mɛka wɔn ho ana sɛ ɛnyɛ nkɔdi parliament wɔ ɔmo process ɔmo de yɛ ɔmo adwuma nti ɔmo de ɔmo process no to fam a na yɛahwɛ kwan bɛfa so a ɛnyinaa deɛ ɛnim wɔ hɔ no yɛtumi aka sisi adeɛ sɛ bi yɛntumi nka bibi ne mfa ho sisi a so akɔ parliament no deɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ no sɛ citizens of this country ɛdu hɔ a yɛnyinaa no deɛ ɛdiscuss deɛ ɛnim wɔ ho.
But you as a person who didn't appear no on country.
Oh, nothing the idea for parliament na on bedu mujuma na so mo di mujuma. I know they tell me whether or can be there. Because I ready I bobo wa dem ma be le nya na comment.
Na mpacho we die eni die mu a minim since when asem call parliament a yen ka ho asem John Minue din komo bebre and this particular position there I beg to differ kakra wo ho because
who beg to differ will be actual letter of parliament on impeachment of the president who simidi to start no discuss it no one video the only my interview bebre
me put you in the contest said ebi asem ewo parliament kura omo kan yedi hu komoda is it because the impeachment where the impeachment no tina
only me discussion yeah the person me kan asem the person me train na the purpose to ever come asem and also the catch them
yeah MPP phone binu susuye ne say saa se mo ehu hia nya so bie ni so enti me enso yemongu saying
well this is this finish again start this who be here to say that discuss enti and they your view that's the matter no master before parliament in direction on the back enti do ho na o say your comment here indi ni say o say start to comment on this now
okay. Before I call no Sisala West MPP NASA coordinator issue no. In particular, as a general secretary, then I beto him because I can say attack be a cause who honum saying any and some no backumi be dear I beto him so far.
I beto no me after I speak to you know why.
Okay.
What happened was that almost police station election electoral area coordinator election. Initially, not challenges for him. To invite some more Accra, and I put it together a new committee on it. Committee, you know, after Juma, every year on Thursday. Committee now in Juma every Thursday. I say, it's Monday. It's and that's our coordinator on cancer committee on Korea. So, hence, as some you know, because of MPP means, you know, which I can say MPP after. But the election now, and election. And your mom, we are the CBR, I report to police, quite also police first. I say, actually, family, no, I remind you. Nra the share regional minister no say yasachi back one and also we do we take the opportunity now to go to the hospital unfortunately yɛde ne kɔ theatre a ɔmo ɛmfa ne mmae nti ne n'abusua no na yɛ ɛdi nkɔmmɔ wɔ ho a yɛ party no ɛni wɔ ho a yɛrehwɛ nti yes because individual yɛ party no deɛ ebi a wɔbɛtumi aka sɛ party asɛm but ɛnyɛ related to the election thing because election thing yɛwie by Thursday asɛm no to see Monday.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I see never call. The better as John. Now, Ejiomu. In him say, why no? When Tina be a do copy honana.
When you're no plenty better, not so come because that's a man here and there disturb it. The sense any find the piano. Apart from the style, you know, the jaw, some multiple fractures, maybe a man, and all go pretty. In addition to strategy, I think it must be made clear. Party, the party could decide to say, who will say party property, who will proud beer, and only a criminal matter, and only a party matter. Julia Sanya, Sasso, yeah, everybody do it.
Now, I didn't know man for the uncertainty constituency chairperson. Aspirant, chair aspirant.
Oh, tell me how much the uncertainty control every. The buy and make it say, let's say I have press conference. Regional chairman only Hano. So what are there for a very long time? Let's say or not. Regional minister, your mark, you know, constituency chairman, no because hospital, no, you do so accusing and all that. I think coming who details, no, me buy you. They who say. And yeah, even election, no period, you know, nothing. After the election, the election, Thursday, some Monday, now it's far forever. Well, they may have their own issues, they may have issues and all that. You see, well, I'm looking at it from the criminal standpoint because whatever it is, even if the election time, no crown, a baby star, is here, crown. Still, no, we are anyone can say for one reason or the other, no, which we are proud. So, I don't put Yasam say any election time, no crowd for any Yasam. But election time, crowd, we are not going to allow it.
Okay. Just permit me, in your bakuti, and they will see how many message back or say, Australia, I mean, we shall say, ono cry MPP ni, ono to ono. How I all come once as a bruni issue, no, or a bit worried. A be a Ghana for Nina and near maybe I almost find it likely. The way I'm over cancer may be so maybe hormone, almost far and same be saying so like serious. And more as a party and you are stretch for no. First of all, party no, and your idea way hammer. And even a bank rano, MPP as a whole no, moo, idea way hammer.
Well, that make action say. There are normal discussions. Yeah, normal discussions. Individuals involved which may decide that they want to respond or they don't want to respond. Don't let me say. Then you first time and say, "Mother, baby." Yeah. See, for me, you know, me share in some I cost to line maybe I'm some I could do. I only answer this year. I can't answer. I mean, Gene is I'm sorry. There are members. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I believe that we must do things properly.
Okay. All right. But who names your need there?
I could see. I believe that you respect my right as well.
Okay. John Bedasi, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right, John Boydou, General Secretary for a new patriotic party and pay NEET FM soon as you go. Easy.
And some quote to call Bata, assume said don't change the Maja, assume Ghana Muntia Jumedia so, a neat.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afi bia so beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia asew udan kawanu tumu ho me be mo anu nsu ohye kura de aka ho wo hwe de wapi ho o ka se batete e da fom ho
this way chocolate drink
kra cha be pe baba ware
asew
ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ye sori anopa no ne ye nom ye bi hye fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne ye nom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwehwe se adwodie nkratoe mu agye atom se eye
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie.
Oh, there's some pop. Cassia Bo. Go work at Tamansa. Amaya say. Cassia Waye.
Onye yimu, Nucretrodo, Kamadine, Kamadine Bo.
Nita Fair.
Mayentie. Cassia Waji 100.9.
Kwesi Bonkwe.
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Say Muhammad any Al-Qaeda for nyina ye one and omo dia fa branches no nta branches no ye presidential staffer Muhammad ye president who nim so ye presidential staffer who nim
back ya chimi presidential staffer
we kwa chese Ghana ha no mon central for na mo ti kroma no mon parking kan mo ontwetwe mu bia munya fufuo ni kakoda so munya kantie ti eno
asema ba eho se ebia information dey for free baby ah
information say journalism is about investigating
Hot 93.
Timoni akantie ti ni mu tuo ani ti ya today man can talk when I'm ya kake kroma no ni capacity na ma bia ma no se meyeku aja usisi se oni capacity no bia na no beyeku ma me otombo de se oni capacity oni ni ko no bia na no so beyeku a again na be see at the end of the day ni bi sa
na so bia be kika bi nyesa
Obia kika kwana dia na be see at the end of the day
na say kika say you practice what you preach.
Exactly the point.
The work of Fiaman Homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Amin comment him na main kind comments ni bi anope na yan be wie de bon krata no emfa emamu na mpenifo so entna say. There was an alleged leak tape and video with the former president present involving my chairman once again about what they will see to the welfare of the party and not to the nation at heart. How true is it? That's one from Ray. Panchemi. I agree with the learned Attorney General on the broadcasting live of cases of national interest to cure mischief and manipulation of lawyers on the citizenry who are poor in the legal system. This suggestion is super. Alex Kofi Yarani from Adenta Commandos Research, NOD Free. Sometimes I wonder why such a highly respectable organization like TUC could make such a hypocritical and diabolical statement about Ghana's economy. We all know how COVID-19 pandemic and Russia invading Ukraine have seriously affected the world's economy. So for TUC to kowtow to cheap propaganda and lies from JDM and his NDC supporters is very unfortunate. We all know that the fundamentals of Ghana's economy were on the right path under the able leadership of Nana Baumia. Oh, yaw. Osanke de Minia. Yaw. I said, now, to bow the TUC said, because JDM ne tell me chidia. And you fail. One more come, is it because you think Selmo can be is not in favor of the government in Tina? What is Sashboy and now see John Mahama and tell me chi? Until Oriah Abano, Dr. Abano, Seb. Oh. Yeah, Mummy and Yasau. What Godfred Diamond said makes sense. And if not a member from the NDC party, that will come out to say what Abraham Amaliba said this morning. Who else? A lawyer for that matter. That's Ohineba Atumako from UK. And Odiano Baye. Need 100.9 Ghana Munti. Jumedi Suno Asiogwe. Ara.
Yeah. Abusuafoɔ ma memfa baakwe mmerɛ na wasini na bedwafoɔ nso ntoa so ɛma mo na the bokrata mede ɛbɛyi ɛyɛ the bokrata yɛ frɛ ne sɛ the chronicle wɔtrɛ sɛ ɛkɔɔto ɛkɔ asetena Kanesi do state court ɛkɔ asetena na bra wɔkɔɛ na kɔɔto dɛmtirɛni ama adoma akokɔ ate ɛtena na konwem ana womo boss bo say businessman bi a womo didi say oye MPP amanyoko ne ba ya friend no Nanayaw intim sa Nanayaw intim hi oye businessman ya osaye MPP amanyoko no ba mapa na womo wa platform bi a MPP amanyoko ne na yi womo dia baako aye Vibrant 2024 MPP ana baako ya Speak Your Mind MPP na owura yi akwa didi emrasebedeni a wogyina ma adese e Waterma West constituency Carlos Ayenkra wakodidi no atem honorable na nsɛm a wakanditi a honorable ne sɛ wase he is a rare fool not little fool chi no aya na no ade pa nti mentumi repeating wo chi no ana wotra sɛ saa asam no a o ka kire honorable
nti omo ti twi no be si da ti ase
you over kwesi wase he is a rare fool what say oye jimifuo pa ata
nyenso betu sebi no aka ase because one can say yen ti ase anamboa
abusua ane sabi wase sabi enya sɛ wajimi kaka wajimi pa ana wakande to aso na no na amanyoko ne mabia wo no mtira so wone Carlos Ayenkra nso with the same constituency and wo mtese no sabi honorable MP Tema West constituency MPP untumi ndidi na tam saa enti wo mutam no ade no kokooto a ne lawyer ni etuta de ne tese wo mu ema Nobel ema mpa wo mu gina so ema Nobel ya asem no wo mbesa kwa akoto aso adi epude etoso edionu enum a wode wono nyamfo Carlos Ayenkra nimfoni ababeto anum sei a watese wo petition director criminal investigation department say atemdidi a wo wura yi didi no enie na ba ko amede sori so aye the bokrata aye friend said the Herald na the Herald de aban wacha say cocoa board
atemdidi in general kra minimum ye mrem kra no I don't think say bia well betimi gina baby a wo gina wo bia wo di onipa akona atem no I don't know, but insults in general, no. Meaning if you can institute legal action against Obi Atem because and court no mkombebu. But a man for do Obi Atem, no do Obi do Atema, or back with court. Timika Cobra for your Kasiana, and a Cobra de Meko court.
Oh,
yes, Atem the dear. They say, I don't know, I mean, some minium renimini, or more, but I cry me the minimum about insults, no.
me didn't post of a question where Kurano. And you can send Kuomuko Wesi court on a crat. I won't bet me out and ask a cry resolve for my times a court were and some baby Gua Umudi near the window as our quacka. Cocoa board and Womutasa Sikabi, there's 300 million. Extravagant expenditure.
Mamindi nkomo kakra bi. Na em say TUC anopesi abo Dr. Yaba eni. Na saa asem ye pese agin chichim no bi kakra ka ho na na yele ade few secretary in charge of PR ni campaign ma TUC. Na yele da asem akwa baba Neat FM so.
You must say. Yenya da na ye nase.
Na mi producer no ka bibi na say na unim na yele ade few. Mame fefe kama wa ye adwuma GBC ya no say. Na am say won kai no. Na me kire no. Na sa asem yi me ye sure say dwumadi amudi no premier day dwumadi ana sempa.
Premier day forum for organized labor.
Okay.
And more members.
Okay. Na asem a ededwai se ne unemployment in Koswa. My fan konkoshe COVID-19 any pandemic. Ma ban fan koshe sa na mo kire aban.
What problems and there were one son of COVID, but you know, so say ultimately me na COVID-19 so because na issues and COVID-19 but COVID-19 na my there I'm say to me who say no problems to hold na issues have always been there and sana COVID-19 ever
Chichi ya pese ahwe minimum wage enkomo na ya ji kakra nchichimu anope na ye ne one labor consultant edi nkomo na Dr. Yaba asem odi tu dwa na epese ehu se na asem a work no is it in terms of percentage and say in the absolute numbers na mope when he referred to inflation say this time tripartite committee nkonyesia wo mu si no enya dia sika minimum wage ejumafo kwakobisa no ebeye below the minimum wage no is it a percentage terms and same pa between aboy kakra
now minimum wage no quite almost started tripartite started discussions no
okay
into labor and partner say what they compare other countries say the amount for see cano what they compare UK for example daily wage it's over hundreds of cities. Yes, so an hour near saying 12 point something or 13 cities.
13, I think 13.5 Ghana cities.
13.5 Ghana cities.
Yeah.
Now 5 in a day, new free because they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but 50 pesos no MCSika, Anna.
You they were into over 13.5 no.
Yeah.
Into who fund now multiply by the 8-hour workday now, less than 80 Ghana cedis. Into so 80 Ghana cedis a day. Now we are so we are from Monday to Friday. That's would you 80 by 5 now. Now the allowance think at the end of the month they say. If you know if you have a marketplace where some are taking over 4,600 Ghana cedis a month. Now they compare what it's still saying. Those are some of the issues. Now they compare UK they compare any other countries and they both and they not even go there. But will be less than 500 Ghana cedis a day. So we have 146,000 Ghana cedis a month. Will be less than 500 a month. No, we have 146,000 a month. I mean, look at the difference. So if tripartite should do their sitting today, and yet labor government, employers almost they look for their ability to pay. Government is to say, let's look at the situation in the economy. Labor to say. yeah, and you say productivity and I say labor no is this worth. Into what we are worth, give it to us. Men can say, oh, a minimum typing on mobiles. Now most of the time, labor is at the receiving end because me Jumana can say this is how much I can pay you. Then we haven't agreed, like ILO is saying, you know. We haven't agreed on how much I think I am worth and how much we all agree. Say, okay, this is what I can pay you. We have to come to a consensus. So that is what we're saying. Say, you call you still say now the amount I would answer because we might 4%. Now I say, the same market. Now to make my OB more than when you say 4%, now I say Dr. Baka, a bit 25%. Winning that. Almost more public sector. And yet private sector. Public sector. Into which says it's here. And only I can say, you got tripartite negotiations now. Yeah, they were thinking aloud. Say their discussions in the Becono. That necessary corner. Because who can say, oh, me 1.4% men find the side because we see economy say. What kind of sign I say, yeah, book was here. This time when we go, we will negotiate.
Okay. Now, so Moka said no minimum wage below inflation rate this year, no. And I'm saying, 4% and I even 7%, no. Yeah, they buy and not say CC and 13 Ghana cedis. You see me persons in Cranfield, me if you're 13 Ghana cedis. And tonight, a person who said inflation so. Ejina be over
19.
Enti no the percentage na be amofhwe ana
percentage.
Okay.
Say inflation is 19%. Say below. Why didn't say you put say. So when to me I must say I peg it at the percentage of the inflation. If you want to be my 4%, now inflation near 90% of whatever 100%. I mean, let's just say, wow.
And no, labor consultant, I said, and we bear dim pass our buying a bit to me.
I say, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross. And the workers, they have something they do and they do it best. It's to strike. Because, who said, a binum and a binum so dear. They are possible who they don't feel it. So that is what we're saying.
It's a binum you enjoy it.
Papa. Yeah, Cassie, in an and one saying so no. It didn't want the almost say,
okay. Now, you better see it. Be see, you mean sharp anopi. Right. Now, yearly a day few such in charge of PR and campaign. Ma a TUC. Anopi, Neat FM. The Bankata and Cobra. Where we are not as I mean, coming in, now in pain for so, and better transi. I was studio no more.
Ghana Muntie.
I mean, can't comment ni biano pay and fan to us so na and penny for so babe trasia nessa na yakoso but please tell Kabinama for that June to me started making money not be today, so you should stop the noise in the studio as if he started making money yesterday. Frank Nero, I was so kind. You Dr. Friyakoto has proven to us that he is the best one to take the mantle from Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado. Miss Elatiku and Odiwe Edibaye. We gave you 100% between you and JB. Mr. Boaji 90%, John Boedu 30%. My party is disgraced and useless for mishandling Sawabroni issues to this level. You didn't add your name. This one there, I suspect you are not a party member of the MPP. I'm not too sure about that. That's I think. Onel Amponsan Free Amsterdam will say this Elikem Kotoko, whatever his name is, calling for impeachment of the president is bogus and nonsensical. These NDC guys don't even know what to do on to bash this government into opposition. They have now moved from e-levy to Akosua Bruni because inflation is on the increase. Life is becoming unbearable. And this is what they find important to be propagating. That is one here from Onel Amponsa, Amsterdam Nodi Free and Odia no Edbaye. And to one here from Ejabata Ufri Suhum. Ejabata says the petition by the 3 citizens to impeach the president is the best news I've heard today. Why is the NPP quiet about the Sewa Bruni's issue? Klosak deserves better, and I support their neutrality allowance. Ejabata Suhum. Ejabata. Utaichireo. And neutrality na positive change, your Madina. I'll say President Kufuor will never admit his shambolic performance as president. He was all over social media and all over the place blaming President Mahama's recklessly, even when goods and services were far more less expensive. Positive change, Madina, and Odi free and Odi buy.
Esum se don't tell you maja. Esum Ghana munti adwumadie so. Eye neat.
John Affo of the NDC Atlansi. John Affo of the NDC Atlansi. Jerry Usu Appel, LPG National General Secretary so Atlansi. Kofi Nchi of the MPP and so Atlansi. Pinfui me saying anope wamo eno mobabe boa ewo ye discussion segment. Me more makwaba na niaka ne mfanto aso John Akwaba
ka say the all bar rep LPG national organizer send text message.
I didn't say that.
Oh san no kan I already test.
I didn't say that.
Oh national organizer.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. Me say ye nua ba ko a ot ye no ye panel ya no so be kan ye ho. When tie ni ye
we say onu crash no text message it would anya hwe
when tie
was ye dey in fact ye nya opposition I think ye ba ye nka dey party dem akwanya ba dey be ye
that same no kan o kan who how was asem no ni say
e wo dey
ni e di neutrality hu nkomo
o anya we me say ebi mu ho mu ba o mo kan because mu ye general secretary of a party
John mi chia o bibia boko
me ji oso meje oso na nyame adom tie ho ye
medase
na enungu ahye na kan ase oman
medase Akwaba na mema o so
adiba ku bi nyame pa se
ofa kwasi
ofa adiba ku nyame da kuma so so
me ba nyina ne say they ba be discuss issue na say Crawford private matters.
Yeah, well, minister of what are you talking about? We have a minister of state. We have a minister of state who said in parliament, say Papa no. What are you talking about? Papa no. Who brought evidence? Who brought evidence? We have a fact. Please, Judge, I will can what permit. It's a president of the republic. The main council of father.
Hello. Jerry. Akwaba. Empacho. Nyabote. Akwaba. Messi mechi Akwaba.
Messi mechi so.
Medasi.
So, Adeba ko de makoma zanka just a minute me say me.
Meet you.
You. What me da say.
Meet you.
I say Ghanaian no. Okay, say President Kufuor in 2016 okay say any citizens but not spectators. But me wo krom wem ha. Na say allegation ba say national security.
You be din come John. That's why I didn't want you to speak.
I'm
wait for me to wait for me to put my topics there. Pacho.
Thank you very much.
Pacho. Why? Kofi Akwaba.
Medawase na mejo so. Jidi se wa pomu ye boko de.
Nyamia daruma, I mean, anope meti hanum sia ye kwan de na chese otim se enkwani amode nkwan.
Over there ba ko a ye de share me nkwala brim me maame adwa Christiana o de share me ye nyamesom. Na o se Mosi etro nwoma num de o kire me wo fie no. De to so mienu o se ye friend Exodus. O kan titemu titemu du 9 Exodus 14:14. O se ye kom kofia se ye du na Awurade be kon ama. Enne Awurade be kon me kon ama.
Anu ti da Mahama Queen nyame kon manu. De re to no so. I me da wasi was version of fight. Me da wasi ni version wa fight pa wo fa nyame hyew. Sa wo na kwanya so kan. For the Mahama Queen na nyame kon manu. And somebody told us so. And so yeah, to be picture and so there were videos and pictures. So bronya dem say mo pa mo fa no kokko.
Empamcho yan sha se ninko kofi mi sha se mfiu so. I mean TUC den say ma ba betudua wo mo che say wo mo fi o mo sin o mo catch aban say eya ni o mo tinanse ni say unemployment cost according to o mo hu. But betina ebi asem o mo kan say unemployment new is because of Russia, Ukraine, and COVID-19. Almost enya sa na tie. Abaya sa asem no mo kan kra ya no mudwa. Enya sa na tie. Teach you minimum wage. Omo di kan omo free omo sia kira aban ansa kra ne nkonyasie be koso no. Omo kira aban se. This year se ne nyama si ti omo mu inflation be bi agina. Eniama bo de bia ekosoro. Enti enya ade a minimum wage ombeji no. Ombeji below inflation. And a clock sag a buying crash for so woman so atetua. Oma say me na say neutrality allowance. Almost say neutrality allowance. Omni are buying sign in krata. Memorandum of understanding. January ya fiemu. Oma hwe ni ma allowance abentua. Enti omo so medwa. Make us say if omo sha say enra. Sa labor issues mienu mintio.
We sounds what you for na eja eneno MPP party across the country. Say an event in a koso. Inti yebebo impenifo abaso se omode enema egu akwemu a ekoso sa make say ya sebe yes nipa di free vacuum ufri cruso abrem constituency enemy communication director. Etimebo aspirant for ni nyina abaso eni dumaso a
Unim say my national service, district coordinating council.
Okay,
that will be 1994. One of them 2 years.
I see.
Now, says at times when I bring constituency now, omote na chair.
Good. So time I think say na a Lovenger, right? Lovenger.
Yeah. Na me kwatna ho say na debia ni ame ya answer to office letters ba no ma metitiano. Enti me dwa kakra na mkoka kire national service papa no say me share na o ma me ko kira de. Tie no na me ya no mo yi me dem ko kofi ni mo. Ni kofi ni mo. Oba oda ayerebi.
I see.
Offense e kwan no so oyi ha.
Na the o ka say let it change edwuma. Cause when in Nigeria de kire ho. Now person wo kira de for God and country now boy.
Nti unya kofi unya letter untimi ntia no
obi nka so untimi ntia no na obeka kire nso se na letter nko ana na atete ano de na eze
eduma na me ya na me nya hwezam kotena ho no ma me omo ma me hwe
ene zo obetete letter eno ye kane asem na eze kane ne ehu ni say eduma but the country is developing we say dynamic yi na me to aso nso a me bo chairman ba for ba no beri ma ba no abaso on ye constituency chairman ye China chini abonachi dom on any team ni titru mi anka se me nua pani gina gro ni mu oko secretary choboi one ne mpamfo nyina ene me nua pani ba ko awo da no te election ya ye polling station e pinity youth organizer sansu gina mu na wofa awreho sem ene sebe ade a me abofra me akwada meti ye me yapan ne se nipa na ode eduane bo ni tiri no wanya the moral right so san be contest the wepra no. That is the situation and the current situation over there. But the catcher branch and we will petition him for his removal from that contest. So be any who best so sign and brasem so party him. The party is a property owning democracy. I am pesa when Timmy Wakame. Over, I think say asema we be saying labor issues. Now labor issues now could be bread and butter. Oh sorry, I no pay an interview. Kosroba from Yera Jombo Busa say na we which them saying no. Say we are obedi obeji pay. Enti etu baby a sebe ho akwa achewa na e the problem aba. You see, when it comes to labor issues ebe so critical say one way ya when you are dealing with labor issues obi a take a hostile position we Canadian na we so Canadian. But the main point I see when I say to what point and where can we converge and move this country forward? O mine na ye dey ko anymore. Me dem nim say afibia so a we have a tripartite committee. In fact, say obi sha obo Now what can na me doing say what can memorandum of agreement to say is it an agreement or an understanding?
Emudia close act there na.
Close act there no.
Yeah, memorandum of understanding.
Understanding. You see understanding ni agreement na aya na ga be na wakakra. Nti to da bia ya mpenifoɔ no mani ada hɔ no ma but the situation here is ne say ye ka unemployment ayi you for ka ho asɛm. Be nkɔfoɔ nya adwuma na nkɔfoɔ ka ho nsɛm bebrebe a you can't take the current circumstance and the cause we are seeing na se be akwala P2 ni kura bi hu se cause we COVID-19 e kan ye share them offer you see when people downplay the essence of COVID-19 na eye me ya it take us 3 good weeks I share them offer the what radio so ntu krom for be frɛ hey Matia kwesi abuaja enka eso send me mumune na sefo these are issues are compounded to ene. But the bottom line is say it is incumbent on a buying say a buying begina brand. No ultimate take decisions. Unemployment as my year can. Ebusua of a mean train ya dream kwechiri bebre because there be a we have to move forward as a country. O share emrebia ye nuanu NDC for aban unemployment issues be so critical be so damning to the extent say one hour we school crown ferris or become on boom say you're from unemployed association. But ebedu MPP aban so it took just 1 day wafa 1 day katawenitio 100,000 people sorry enya ejuma. That is the essence of governance. And ya to us where bedu baby and a reportage in Sembibri bar, I think say it is incumbent on a buying. You be no mujidim. MPP are buying and Akufuado are buying actually time and again said they are there for the people. And brand near Mamuya Denya fuel prices cost no. Sabe ye de because you join fno. MPP are buying led by Nanado Danko Kufuado, the president, Ejitum, S1 Nempamfo, the cabinet. 1 minute no see from Pacho. To Pediasi, Emo Musha share Niema, and then after Pediasi retreat, who said Niema Musane Kakra, the best before they said they should look at the country Ghana, the progress I appreciate. No munya by any mujidie. I believe say Omoya Georgia, a beboa ama Sebe, a minor ako nenim. That's
Miss me Darcy, Jerry, remember, I mean to you, these two labor issues.
NDC for movie and come up.
There be, and you're not better than me, you know.
I mean, MPP near some more kind as any Mamus is Sanika Cran, and say, Damote, Azabadan. At dear Bankakra. Petro, what is it? Of I at the Petrus. Netayana, Nam Honoma. 10, 9 something. Nemamu adem pa. Man fansa so amoto mu nu ho. Nemamu adem papa. Na labor nsem ya offer. Okay. E ka kosi sai. Nti momo ti wono ma nema price e kosoro. Obi na nsa me ye dede nka ntre mo se. E wo se mo mani pa ne so akatu akosoro ana. Ema bi wono ma ye nkola asem se. E wo se mo tena se kura na ye be ye hu dede. E ma ye ba be bom so bo ansa na wa sori ai. Oto ade ma atimi tumbe ete 70 to 80%. Now, ma akatua there, now the 4%, 7%. What is this? Are we playing? I just say, what generally buying one sometimes. I know what you say in ye. Yes, dues are sensitive. They be say now buying 8 now no my high. I say on minute ne man for. After sanka ni na ikono na nka ekot together. Ni ehunu say yesika sam no ne yeso yeni brese ye mema na kosoro anka ayikaya yo eso anema na yatua ne ka 10,000 cedis afa obi ahun se nema jensam ade na muntimi hwema nema ne bo emma fam na esoro na mo hwema ne kwa denti na akatua so mo hwema no so mpegya ne musa eya o se omo jais ayi na omo ye aya na aye so omo nwene omanfo ho hwe akatua ateke ho for you sa ne ma na na me pese me de beka madwenjwen ho kra omo to market ma ya omo to ne sei omo to mu vob baako anse ya buying cost omo ne omo ko transfer omo ntete omo ayi so 30% no kra ayi obi okroma sei na katua sa 30% ne ya wire free so no akatua ba say ayi bosomi nsia na bosomi kwatwa ke ne nipa baako ati e dey free ono ne dey so are we being reasonable here? Any bresam na I work Roma hanum no because yes sir na kakra na I wo bibi ya no sorry yes sir no mo na ye de burden
eto omo so ofa o da dwumakuo bia nim anase o da kuo bia no a edem papa anopa no ane say we fra o eji we ade a chen we fra o ji we saa na ekoso but omafo nyina ho to omo a emra bia atwam na order of the season Nicola baby school I just say won ni position bi eno ane tin o phone be ring ya first cabro they say abanko yes free SHS no ya peace of mind ho sa na wo so omutimi ya sensitive hunu say ya to akatua mu ama obia ho to no wo mamu ha say ya na so obia in dependent aban ne so ne ho beto no because omo was sensitive positions no omo so beto omo but edru ono ma no ma keep a deaf ear and close eyes on them and I ha o mine no ya to petrol mu ya to diesel mu ya to kache mamen kamasem ya toto niema bebre emu ewo enso akatua de mote hono mo pese ye confronting monte nye dede answer mo mani pa bread do yes oba betena yi so insta say ye beka niema e beboa ama o mai tumpon no tan mo say na ndc for so asori no manya bi no mo ka meanwhile omo tenure it was worse yes MPP abai na mo mani pa bread do mo ma ye bread ye ba was say adwene kwan a ye be koye nim ya offense obo bradru ba bi a na sa bra no obo amana koyi a dia wo ye bia ne se nkrofo na ebo amasika banko na anya sa na tie they say not me asese ne ma ekoyi a anka bandi aka mo dia ne se mo te wono mo je revenue so ho dia metire and come ateti bia ni obi ama mefre anopetututu na ade na muntu aka ade na moma ebi mo call strike hwe cross and for strike ya omukui denti na wose basa mo amuni o makwa kwotena se aye hye ajatum ana omo nji ntumu incident na mo twen ama asare dane asema munya nkola ne ma na mo ntutu ne ma se mpanifo a mo aban mu a mo nimde yete MPP 1992 de ba no nim sa krachefo a omunim ho manko a na eyi na ban we duru ba bia na mama niam jense mu dodo twese nim sa krachefo aban na ete aban so na niam nketenkete we so mama ne ibiti mu ma de bia na bonte e ba be ye hu dede omunye no mo ntoto omuniam ye no mama oman no timamu for ya bre papa
okay that's Jerry Apple of the LPG Maminko Journal for NDC na minti on so these two labor issues John Clocksack memorandum of understanding or money aban Jerry Clocksack krata memorandum of understanding to asi omuni omukoye neutrality allowance eno chese umfa hum for amanyo semu nti skebi wa edemo omo ene ne ka ho nya TC for enso eka say look minimum wage Jerry Jerry
branch and the constituency me fi wage agbawe na NDC na menya akwanya de ba so me chairman national communication director Sami Jemfi na me chairman national chairman and me general secretary I mean, me branch, me fear, me buy.
Oh, Jerry.
As a member of NDC, as a member of NDC, me branch. I'm on one but me to Aba. I had to Aba Mami. And yeah, Omo, they call themselves some general secretary. Don't even belong to a party, a branch or constituency. Now I mean, no, it's a fact. No. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
There are people who call themselves general secretary.
But you regulate their party.
Who does not belong to a branch or a constituency?
You regulate their party rules.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you.
Who not regulate?
Please.
You don't do that. You don't attack. Then offer to promote this.
No, that is not.
New patriotic party. To destroy the show.
Because Masala might be because that coffee catch us say money.
No, it is not fair.
Now be on
and then me party but me now near the yellow na manka. Did I attack it?
Did I mention? We don't
know the implied
what I implied.
Ghana Muntie. Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie. Oh, the Sampa.
Asiabo, Kowaka Tamunsa, Amaya Sa, Kasiawaye, Onye Yimu, Nukratrodo, Kamakilemen Kamadinibo, Nita Fair, Mayentie, Kasiawaji 100.9, Kwesi Bonkwe.
adawuro kofi ama ne homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Ati wo for message to say me me fi end.
Jai.
And me
Jai.
Me belong to a ward called New Weja East. I belong to a branch in that ward.
We move. Yes, move.
Thank you very much.
John, you move.
You
have labor issues.
Yo, me da was pani akwenya odi amami.
And before we starting, because of what you are doing, apana make una kofa bae. So you are sanita no sending message back. We say, or she say Jaisa, or see the mischief that John Affol is trying to engage in. On my text to you on the so-called neutrality allowance has been pushed to him by someone around him in the studio. So you should continue. I know what's up.
Eti wofa the American say make sure me party in Penifo na me no me belong to a branch no. Na che say meba asama hia Ghana for.
Jerry.
Jay
Mpacho. I'll tolerate this to a certain point so that when I start to act, because you say, program, a lot of people are listening. And Jerry, me uncle.
Baby, I once on rule on more da.
Jerry, me uncle. John, uncle. And said now kind or sing our kind or what you say. Okay, so we see man can hear no one in your course. We say, oh, okay, I'm kind of I need my chance. And one so that next time we see the video. Now me me about him. I said I'm him.
You until I make an say. On my woman.
I don't kind Jano. Jay, or someone say, and then Kwanya na Jano. Yeah.
Wofa, the American say, the young Ghana for. Na pay mama akwenye si emeka na meda wase ni akwenye amudi amaye na ada o producer so oda me ne Jerry of assembly na ne sen assembly say ye won kofo mu yedwuma wo ma we mu brother hu say o mu yedwuma ayeti o muka and aban because of politics and chinchen ya say me win elections. It's only Kofu we akashe kukomo masin agreement. Agreement is so bandel say we. It is agreement banu say we no me say law ye wo Ghana ha no. Civil servant. And yes so dey no ho awura politics. Even couple of one me say even assembly elections cry no very difficult. What you say? But there are some who contest for assembly elections because no I say him belonging to although it's a political way no. You don't go in the name of a party. Oh, it's on there. Sometimes it's allowed. But the thing is that you change say, oh yes, civil servant, yes, I do rural politics. No name can sign. Meanwhile, no catch a Ghana for say you have the men and you have the women. It is and then as someone I don't have a tow anymore. Who can I call for? I say to me for free obligation. And rather meet here. Other sister stations and Kofu to coin every Bolegatanga
and obey I didn't know how no bear fight.
Oh, Wafa, as I didn't know correct.
I'm just questioning you,
Matty. But what I say, we put on the Casa Ministries. Okoye no, there were anybody there. Wofa, any point wo. Some I cry one year who say any papa from a poor. What I say, eti ade no e ba ne sanso a eye mene wo na ade na afeti you. Unim sika tudu a aman ahwe. Esa se nkofo anko anka ye adwuma. Promise. And aban or the shagana for. Yendi promise no so anaka yasem. Eti media the message cross ka for ne civil servant for ne conform I say the best romu. Omu Anthony line is it nkofo ya omunya asan no wokan. Awo fa na wo interview omu.
Before
adwumafo nya asem no kan before asem na akoko
National Labour Commission.
Labour Commission for omunya abosom for kan because ye de NDC for de ye poman yie ye mpa man se bebo say edu pempensu bia ye friend people for so ombra ye nko wenche ne nko dwedwe oman we hu omo so omba e mo safo manfo kwa ye se nko beba bebo ase mo kwa ye bebo e mo safo manfo ntumi amba ye NDC for de ntisa eti e be stress enkofo e omo ntena se no mo ndidi mbra so ye wo gidie se achia so embuye achia aso embuye enchenche wo nafi anche bia no Ghana fo nyina ye hu oman mu sane aye den afa aduane aye beto adi mpo no sabe sometimes nyame ofa ukọ market a wontumi nto aduane enso ye kwa na kan krisi salaries no ni am obi 79 or 71%. 71% o ni ye increase obi there 4%. E ka kan ya so praye upa ja adwuma no wo hwe na kitchen mo ya hia ene pie wo fi kitchen ho ofa asema na ye ka kire ne no but the best say ye nuanom no say omunya abotre aban we they are noted trade back in the promises of wa be kai promise back kai say afibia no de 1 million per constituency region bia no make sure say be si dam ho e man na Akufo-Addo ankasa kraka say make sure say regional in no they will build national theaters over there exception Greater Accra me no ka say wofa you were almost 5 years 4 months into their term. Bisham say, when have they been able to fulfill those promises? Somebody 1 million per constituency they call. That national theatre musi be region. Say which region have they been able to build? Wofa your memoir, who call education sector, textbooks edition asem. And so abiding Ministry of Education, sign agreement they will give our children chocolate drink to drink. It's a fine promise to be as somewhere. Say they are going to the end of their tenure somewhere. Meanwhile, no, and Kolano, they lack textbooks to learn. And so buying agreement of giving our kids, our brothers and sisters, chocolate drink to drink. Of our share. Asemi to assume. Sabi, asemi to assume. What for your kromu ha? A teacher saying your textbooks edition there. And so buying as an agreement. All mark teacher be a computer say
John see for me.
But you for me master me see for me wofa. The man can say aban noted of making promises that they cannot fulfill. You will come and na President Akufo-Addo ka say obesi 88 hospitals. We are not the 111 hospitals. Wofa me no ka say one single hospital you see here. 6 unit classroom aban entumi see here.
Yeah, come in man wage who has more but me who say baby are the for my
promises of this administration.
You are not attacking the issues. You are just talking about the issues.
Wofa. What I won't say ana oman ya fam. Me no wo yetie unim yakotia so yen. Wofa. Me na wo ka say minimum wage is about 13 point something pesos. Wofa. Ade we ukọ market so kota ade ukoto aduane a. Wofa gari cry ton ahe. Gari olon ka ahe na esi eton. Eblo ya kraba krom ha. Olon ka ahe na eton. Na o ma me 13 series 13 point something year. And ahe na betumi asome. Hwe lolo fe bo, hwe petrol bo. Wofa enti se wakati
John Medasi.
Ka say omo ko striker. Omo dika.
Okay.
But say na be say o message say o dey no man na be bo.
Medasi.
Yes we be for man nyame ya aduma 2024. And the best from say, Tom Wasi, no more ending Bremunia, and it does all.
May that say, maming and kind comments, kakra, na memra message no still, yabefa BBF. Right, ya ban some of the two jar. Na Nikasa the two jano, or can be said, and Yama Bokwa and a Kosro, Yama Bokwa and a Kosro, and that we are in crisis. So we're coming to us. Food prices, Kosro, and Yama Bo Kosro, Senior Usi Canono, saying I'm in pain for Musumuhunu, Senior Dr. Ban, Yaban of TUC can say, we in crisis, are we in crisis? Ankuma Foster Chima Yiribi was say the good people of Ghana will decide on the 2024, just part of the economic intelligence report. Ankuma Foster, seminal. My simple advice to the NDC is to strive and win power and stop this fruitless pettiness and wild goose chase. Ni Akwe or defeat North Kaneshi and Odi no Edbaye. If you follow this Sewa Bruni case carefully, you'll realize she keeps changing the story and indicating more people and indicting more people. How did Dr. Baumia come into the picture? And why is she running from interview from other media houses if she's not being coached? Nana Mponsa Bediako and Odiwe Edbaye. So is the NPP not ashamed of how they are driving this country to? Look at how Ghanaians are suffering, but the government keeps on lying to the people. So is this the change Ghanaians voted for? NPP, never again. Enoch Asaman Kese and Odifri Nodebaye. Tete Wosunyai, we cannot ascribe an intention to the framers of the Constitution other than what they themselves have expressly stated in the written document. Else, we will be flouting a basic rule of interpretation of the Constitution. Tete Sunyani and Odifri and Odebaye. Sewabroni is my taste. He has both front and back, but I don't see why Nanado sent the national security after her. Simon Azaleko, Agbogba EP, and Odifino Dubai. You see, at this time, we as Ghanaians thought seriously about what is going on in the world in Ghana and stop this Sewabroni and Nanado issue. Mr. Tay, Gulf Estates. The
topics in SS Sewabroni nka ho. Inti messages efa sai nka jai kan.
Let me say something. Whether it's not about so the topics but hold on. I'm out for a petition Parliament. Just in case it be a unimwa. And my minority in Swatro Kata said almost interested in this particular issue. And a PNE General Secretary Rajon Bodi di Hunkomo. Say a Kwaku Parliament in it. I say be a parliament for di Hunkomo. So that is why people are sending messages into yes, almost sending messages now. Intention also. Ma mimbo sa anyway, but ura yaba ensembi odi tuja yenti kakra na membra na mpinfo mbeji madwinche.
Crisis, predates, Ukraine. The job crisis came before COVID. Therefore, we think that it is not right to blame COVID and Ukraine for every job crisis that we have in this country. That is not right. And we are not going to accept that. The Trade Union Congress, which is leading organized labor, is very cautious, and we always are biased towards dialogue. We hardly want to strike because strike is a very difficult thing to do. It's like war. So before we declare war on the employers, we have to make sure we have good reason. This time, we have the good reason to do it. Therefore, we caution that the employers must listen to us. And they should not just listen, they should also hear us. because the workers of this country are suffering too much, and we should not allow it to continue. Those who are in charge of this country must know that without workers, this country cannot progress. We have the National Tripartite Committee. The National Tripartite Committee has started the process towards determining the minimum wage for this year. For us, that is a do and die. We are going to make sure that minimum wage for workers for this year should not be below inflation. And this 2021, when we were negotiating public sector pay for 2021 and 2022, inflation was just 9%. As we speak, inflation is now 19.4%. So you can feel it in your own pocket. Every worker in this country is feeling it. And you know the sad aspect of it. The 19.4% is the average. If you go into the details, you will see that even prices of water generally has gone up by 27%. The oils that we use to cook food, the prices have gone up by 25%. This is not normal. This is a crisis. And therefore, workers should not be left out to suffer alone.
All right, so more or less, we can say we are not in normal times. Dr. Yaba of TUC, inflation, baby, Nyama Bo, a Jumai 4, and so I get you baby a war. Jerry, Minsha seems you, I said, my papa king. A idea who said, yes, baby, away, Ciciano, your crisis man, Senator.
You offer Penina's a crisis. I'm saying, I want to buy no a pandemic. Offer now, see your brother. I want to buy a pandemic.
Pandemic,
a modern crisis. What I say? Because I want to know a so. Now, a buying way. Ede ayi bi ba ma me say no party na ma me support to MPP in winning the 2016 election. That one district, one factory. Say ya nwa e wo kroma no ma. Before say can the prices nka betumi control. Wheat ne niema yakra edeba oman mu hase. Russia. And now Abaye ka say Russia ne Ukraine in sense munti ahonchiraba no. Ofa eni de ma mesre say mo de yes mo right to
information
bill act say ya pass it into mesraw ban Exim Bank for na bisa omo say one more omo yes omo nye 1D1F no omo wan ifa because him say ya produce ya nema okroma no ma na say Ukraine ne Russia konto kwa ya fa omo ho ban ofa many brisam na make no enti mo nya information na mo hwehwe mu say one more ya ka say by 300 companies ya nim say district e wo kroma say akaka kransa na adru sa number na 300 no ana meboa inti yakase one district one factory aka district bia benya factory minim pa perfect class say Exim Bank inya sika na omodi ama ebi mo ana omodi sika no omo adiga na sika o Exim Bank edema you say omo kwaye one district one factory na me problem park say na say Exim Bank emraba na aka omo say go omachi say memma omo nchesi omo a omo de Ghana tika ama omo say omo fanya one district one factory no omo produce dia yan ye be use okoroma say na in essence na export to anya ho returns na omo this kana still Exim Bank aye ha de hwe omo akwasi ade odike ewo Kwabri East bapemena platform or omo be inspection na omo de over 4 million to 5 million Ghana cedi e ma no sika na enim ba bi afa factory ne so a and yansi antoa so enti na abada na ento ahotre emma krom ha say because sanka or produce locally one abate unemployment so two abama yatimi anya ya control over prices ewo ye niema so na niema ne man eye den akakra na eba no sani ayenim economics mu no demand ewo so supply ebre and supply ebre ne so abema bona because of demand nti bona be kosoro offer many brisam pa mesraw buy Exim Bank for na bisa almost a kwan buy and omo be fa so agigi say sika ne dia ma omo ebetimi aye sa factories dan omo dia omo disika no that is me there my yehwehwemu aduadu mu akwa say adif sa pani akwasi ade odike ekwaji bi idiye NDC time and also when so besa je and wa je many person na make buy Exim for
mpacho
na bisa omo maye
Jerry nyabotre oni odike wa asemo
Dabi
mpacho nyabotre
mini obi ani ase
hold on member use platform we
and na platform na me use
mpacho be mpacho tie odike mpa no Jerry nyabotre
and afra no ankasa bisa de nto
me mfre obi mpacho Jerry hold on Jerry hold on member kikan sem wo hanum sin a odi station ba akoto o ham na say ku ya no pacho you have to know the boundaries with which we operate
me fact and me intina me say
fact
and as some make can ha say no and wo station and
a station but a station
me am na make me ni asem
ko bie Jerry apple otini tefel ya bote obetro krata na bia brɛ
they make can say offer for Exim Bank na bisa omo enya
me Exim Bank hu komo ye fear crisis
crisis na is our factory on crisis by that ba Ukraine war na say ya produce your oil wa no ma abeda na pani abegina no waka say president and as a vice ba be say Ukraine war na ma hu tiraba asama me kan say ne ebo bra na say ne nam kwan mu ka cha me say ya me kan nam kwan mu ya say you produce wo kroma ya produce Ukraine war e fa ya ho ban they produce Ukraine war fire ho ban wheat ye dia wa ha say wheat ye dia wa ha Ukraine Russia omo to kwa fire ho ban ya ti kroma ye ni oil say refine wa ha Ukraine war fire ho ban en komo na wa samu mi adi no mo ma ye hweso ni tak in some way and there was a minority omo bisa e wo parliament e de mayen ne ehunu say omo ye opposition dan some timi anya da je say mo kwa competition akwa discuss say wa broni e wo parliament instead of thinking about the bebo mine no right offer we should stop playing games
okay see
with the minds of Ghanaians I get too much me tis obi a waka say wa broni asema that sabi me hunu say na adwene na say ni you wo fem pa a tell say offer Kwashu shine or bo kwan onu kwa na girlfriends yesen ana offer the nsi wiase mother and say woni oba akompam na ne ho nya akono nti wo ansore asi bebre bi sa mema bebre oba ne ho nya akono a wo nsore internet ansama omo kan omo ye ho ayi wo abonten ne atuatu ayaso no ya bra omo twa sansam no ne so na yamune dia ba boa Ghana ho asama America na me se mani bresam na America se e produce wo mamu ha se ya yan konkodwene o man bi entokwa ho anaso o man bi ha ho enti Exim Bank for emra bonten metre omo a ediska ma omo se omo nya enyuma ebe ma yetime produce wo kroma se ya omo atreska ne so omo shiska no omo ma bonten no omo ma bet ofa mesra so di akire ma me anka be boa me pa ebe boa Ghana for you ba je ho
Jerry Bidasi Kofi Brema mine asema ye TC opinion da no ekan se baby na me ye ni normal times mu ebo eniama bo se na si ekoi we are in crisis enti esa abantimi ye bibi leshin ni baby a eni na media ano ahye
wofa megitum mini ajeri wa hiti men kone de no so pie I want to touch on few things yeah NDC rep wa ha ebobo so na say na me di kan no one philosopher was oh ye call me nua we so man kasa ye call for so man kasa ne bedu me so eda bedu me so no hwan kra ne beka bia ma ho LPG a woka ho asem bebre o mu ni branch na electoral commissioner je atomo na no president Obama ba kru ma dem o ka kire the person running on it and move ahead na no president Obama
because ye brand cry bi ni
president Obama ba kru ma o ka kire say we need strong institutions
yeah but yanko mema closing remarks
na yeah bastardize institutions bi keke on a score say bia oni obi e wa asem ebi o over mitie sene ankofo ye na MPP fo nye bi menua Jerry aka ne bebre MPP fo de mo ye ma ye say it clearly shows one thing ade ba ko be na ka kire me e kire me say gidi a Ghana fo wo MPP mo no e so sene amanyoku obi ade enu nti no kra wo de close as papa ye kan ya it is incumbent on aban say ye be ye bibi no kra sem ne say hardship o kan say ye ntimi blame entirely on COVID ne ye friend say Russia Ukraine no obi ani ho a watra ha say I blame the hardship in the country entirely on it. To come to think of it, Bible take here in 2017. We saw this hardship over there, and we saw the strikes are not a no a makey amaya sitting ato akofum. When you Jerry Bo assembly to say, edu September now ye penny obedu mufun. We send call for about how beg school fees in a dozen. Our policies are MPP are binded by a bit to say free SHS. I be ye in pim sebi no munti bin school every which remono. Ama awofo ebotom adwom and sa policies ni bi na ye call for say aban beko animu no omo betima ye wofa kwasi so clear that Ghana ye economy you can year report now say ye a whole lot of import no krenso ena adwuma e wa ha say no e wo fom eno nti MPP aban bae no wofa kwasi wudi hu adanse we roll out several policies any IP for your mode why for roll policy one district one factory mini penny kawa exim bank asemi and so omo your mode we are praying on the government say GDA timemu for the ashemu no e bekoso medical ka kire aban we di oti obi asem ohwe na anu de si ye friend sen e wo pediase ya kakran no mini ane ye go pediase na dollar na almost 9 cedis ye buy ya finance minister dey certain measures are abino ediaba edimono and $1 eba from petrol no there you can't even take Russia out of the contest. Russia enamo produce the second highest producer of crude oil in this world ayewo enti obetran take Russia out of the contest and now want the typical dependency of it dependency of the world mibusa kosan yeni an American president be catch America for say enema ekosoro over kwesi wo de what media mu ache 2008 America for nya banking crisis see ho no it led to most economies collapse emma aban bia na oteso 2008 election eduma so na MPP abonimpo no it led to us ye lose election no emma ye nuanom be say etoto o man ye ne pasa na ya som na no manya no asebe ye say obi tan wa o sase de tie kra na sebe no wache ne pa ehwe sa na beba. But the issue here you're discussing Nana has been centered on the confidence of our Ghanaians. But take close at Penini Bibri. It clearly shows bread and butter, and Yama Costro. It is rightly so. As any Yama Pija. But yet, ye show mo bo as you cry say, Omun Cosunya, I want to swore a wabainimo. A bino de Yama air to tuna quemo, and Yama bafom ye would GDS. And talk when any memory TMuno, and your mamma for mamma, a band so aye, dear Sene Fata.
May I say, Kofi, John, into you.
You offer, I'm say, dear Menu King. Oh, you're the 2 million, sir. I call a fee this year. It is a debut of blame me past government. Emboa. Oh, Emboa. Offer. 2 minutes shall sound so Cassandra Bianca, but Kofi, Bianca, Kofi, but Mr. Oh, let me show me for because I don't want to engage you. Oh, it's a mesre. Oh, one enemy say, Meno Cassie, pure water, and there, sachet of pure water. Just one, 40 pesos. Under and this, I will compare less than 5 pesos. And the 40 pesos. It is a sika wenyanina, usha oil, usha a bushia wabo. Nase, and then who top a bag of a pure water. almost 7 Ghana cedis. Oba baby ametia. This cedi 50 pesos. And ton cool. And a ton. Oh, auntie, mania, mama and Trahani and Nunu, near straight. What I say, and Yama boy ding wo my way mo. A juma for coach ya foam and so mudi. Ofa, yeti Brian Brand on Yasan Cotois. Adumo, Adum, I want a neku for a mumbo. Nasa what I see you, a minority inside of Ombasha, Quabe Faswa. The best is your mind or more car about Sewa Brunia. Yedika, as I saw my your constitution, a cry. And I say, who your president, who swear to a constitution? I think be sure say definitely will go into this topic. You bet so. Oh. What are you trying to tell me? When a president swore into office, on swear into office, say he will protect this country. Now, so president, that's what he allegedly, a citizen of this country, comes out to say, national security operatives. Attacking. What are you trying to imply?
But John, that's not the.
Yeah, but that's what not that we don't know.
That's
what can say. On my way, you want bro, or for your bro. Minority no. Omobuta boy so many say. The BS is so Ghana ni. I walk Ghana ni adi me crying United Shepherd the Kufadum. Me kwana me brain na Shepherd the Kufadum for 4 good years. I say protecting me protection. I Shepherd the Kufadum sa. Na say ube share the protection of Ghanaians. Na say we dey also ube dware o pay the service uti aka say obema ne obako idem a na say ya ne bema service sorry a. What are you trying to imply? Where the oba we chi sa o se on pe o se udi nechi. Uti aka jan say oni obako kroma. Wofa just by the side. Wofa hwe ahun kire wo ma we mu. Wofa ahun kire wo ma we papa. Wofa under President John Mahama. Wofa na with the size 6 Ghana cedis. Wofa anda me no ka say and they call market na kwa with the size price ye ton over 30 Ghana cedis. Wofa o share cement. Me nyam tell me say obi anim ukọ cement eton bi wakọ obi hu. Wofa under President Mahama 2016 28 Ghana cedis. And then no ka say cement boy 55 Ghana cedis. A big crowd bro 55 Ghana cedis. Eti o chana say wo sre a na ye ka ho kire a ye wom wofa ko market na kwohwe tomatoes bucket baako paint robe a ye ton yi wofa ko marketer you see you're planting for food and jobs. You were planting for food and jobs. Wofa who ko marketer it's over 50 Ghana cedis.
I don't want to drag this.
And so
John, you see for mama. John, you see for mama.
I tell wofa who minister for agric now okay shot on a blade. No catch say since town mobile power no na soya beans omu Ghana produce less than 100,000 tons. No omu buy omu produce more than 250,000 tons. Wofa na no kra no wa himfa. Wofa na no kra na da himfa. Wofa ye wo aban say we initiative planting for food and jobs.
John Pacho, you.
Meanwhile no wofa the cost of living in this country no is unbearable.
Okay.
Ye wo man we mu wofa wo de me say just simple. Omo ka che say ahun cha bo man we mu. Do kono ye 1 Ghana cedis. But you go for the Ghana for that my catch say do kono boy 1 Ghana cedis. Oba beti so and then do kono boy ahen. Do kono boy ahen. Enti wofa say edu John Afu so was special time e de man no. Enti no me special time no aso.
My main kind comments kakra, you can you can say that you can accuse me of you can accuse me of you are making an unfair and incorrect who making unfair and incorrect statements. Opa fear neko obe kasa me the time beto. Who can say you spoke one don't make such an unfair and incorrect statement. Mystic Wonder and Sawama Dreji. Then another Dr. Bamia-led government should humbly accept the gun and make him comment. Me in your closing remarks, right? Because more my main kind comments. Me the closing remarks in back kind comments. Mystic. Hey, Radiango. You had. In fact, me quadruplets nobody 4 years now. Controlling them, handling them is easier than the three of you. Me boy is a four no. How to handle them is easier than me penny for me and say I'm with you. Which one? Look at. See all my main kind comment. My main kind comments na me ko. Unya kama u na nyama ko ya ko ujo mama. Oh, my main kind of comments. Munye kum na main kind comments. Munye kum. Yapon, okay, minimum view in Pamcho Munko. Minimum view, Munko. Yapon, Joe, Yapon. Kofi, would have more year closing rounds, so that I'll have time to read Namonko. Kofi, my miss, if you just 1 minute. 1 minute. I don't have a pay shots here, Panet, you know, or Melmed, like time. No. To be fair, on shots here. Kofi, 10:13. Oh, seconds no go. Go for 1 minute too. Over no I think they are Bobo Biswana. The point I say the confidence that is being shown in the government. MPP are buying. This incumbent on a buying so say a bit in a waka. Now respond the senior de be our yeno. The best rating memufono, a memory ebu. And yes, I will be Babetran where they are tried to the point to say, Bedu baby, na, that's I don't and Tassentase. A better a tearful 18, enya GDA ewa binding. Of a medema se movie cry, no mesan comicromu bill, a brim constituency. A merenasun. Data yebeto abano, I think it's on the 29th or 30th. A mereni dua, Chairman Bafo Bano Berima Bano. The constituency chairman on any team on my line up on person with constituency name. Break the 8 in offer. And yet, a Jumaketwa already a year John Afo, you are no team say bed in Tawe Pie. Here, a way experience a party nasi. No matter my edumani inti. I bring phoning and from Mukokrumuti. All the 537 delegates in and Farmer Bafo Bano Berima Bano and then Pam for. John. 10:14, 1 minute. Mr. Fetcher, seriously. I don't, and I say, na me pay more 5 kilobina, na wife test me say, we need to know fee. Eti me call shop bi, me call Tomu. Ya omu be a friend Abra. Me say omu be a friend Abra. Over 230 Ghana cedis. 25 kilo. I share mu 5. 230 Ghana cedis. Over. Enti sa o ma we mu na say anya gino membisa Millicent me no ka say 255 Ghana cedis. Every morning say Abna. No, Abna. Abna, I know so. Abna kokwana. Abna. 230 Ghana cedis. Omo mo to mo do mu ni memo America. Yeah, Millicent 255 Ghana cedis. Over. Mentumi anto. Mentumi anto. Now when na de ko campaign. Over. Eti the end say me to kokonte na me di coffee na campaign campaign what is Canada campaign. Hey, now what are you talking about? Based on your eti wafa omo ma won kasa ese so no ti hey o wi a okọ Flagstaff House o de be ma no eti o bribe me ne wo fa me ne wo ye brain wo fa bribe me ne wo ye brain wo ma we mo no mo brabi personal Brebi, General Secretary, Brebi, or your LPG General Secretary, and so I say MPP communicator. Hey, oh, and Kaudia, and Cow, or my Mudia, and Kande,
pure water ton 40 pesos.
Impacho.
What for Dokuno Boy 3 Ghana cities Dokuno Boy.
Mapon.
What for Minuka say beans margin back 25 Ghana cities. Margin 25 Ghana cities. Etika oyo mauti oyo man papa no. Nanka man mu se na man mu adin ya president a. Ono de o se mba ono de odon betina play mu. Mba pioto sabe mba pioto.
John. You out of order. John. John.
Best Ghana for enya abotre.
John.
Na ejide o 2024 His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Enya me pa. Sana report ni na aba no. E say na man you ko dey. This is your mama na abeji o man.
EIU and AU and I'm going to say
EIU.
I'm going to say John Dramani Mahama can never be president of Ghana ever again. He will never be. I'm going to say NDC has a better chance of winning, but not with John Dramani. John Afo, you can win. You can win. No one win the presidency. But John Dramani Mahama, here you say, with him, you cannot win.
No, report on Kasa.
NDC has a better chance in winning 2024.
Without reporting say he
without
can never win election.
Even John Afo.
Was pushed by
Asama Yakan. Into answer then. John Mahama interviewing when they Ghana presidency. And one Asama, John Mahama.
Well, so Hanum saying the BC mean to mean for calls again. Messages in mean to me and kind because they did not even allow me time crap. Mama kind Emma main kind messages in me that when you say Mama teach me be one of the messages by I really appreciate and Kwanya what you are draw be saying share biome and I are suffering from my bankrupt boy social media and YouTube streaming it live for us. Entertainment Ghana up next. No to us so Kwesi Abuaji Hanum saying I'm Dimusi and if you that you all have a wonderful weekend, God willing. Meet again Monday. One to make Kwesi Abuaji. Me call.